Like, I don't know.
All right, we're live.
Not yet. It's loading up. It's loading up.
Oh, it says live on my
side.
side.
We're live. Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah.
What's up, my brother Ron? Episode 10.
Good. Episode 10.
Another shade of blue.
We're in the double digits now, so.
Yep, double digits. We reached double digits. That's crazy. Because we're all sort of unorganized, and somehow we made it to 10 episodes, which is,
even though I'm just the pinch hitter. I'm the designated hitter. That's all. I'm here maybe every other 3 weeks. You know, it's all good.
Fresh. We keep you fresh, because you get burned out after a while. You start getting temperamental. And everything. So we gotta,
No. What do you mean I get temperamental? What does that mean?
No, you're a great person. We love you.
Nah, I'm cool.
Nah, you are. You know what I love about you, man? You just tell it how it is. That's it. You don't hold your tongue. I don't know.
I just chill in the moment. I chill in the moment. That's all.
Yeah, you just live in the moment. You call it how it is, and you don't get too caught up in the past. And that's what I love about you too. Because I'm guilty of getting caught up in the past, and you're kind of just looking forward.
Yeah, man.
So yeah,
try to get this money. That's all. Yep. Try to get this money. Try to live a more comfortable life. Try to take these trips.
Yeah.
You know, go on these vacations. That's what matters. Fuck what happened yesterday, man. Because that shit is never gonna happen again.
It will never happen
in the same way.
Right.
You know, so that's the best thing to do.
Because just throwing Jared's not here because he's in Vegas for Tupac's 50th birthday. Shout outs to Jared.
Shout out to Jared.
He's seen the execution site and everything. So
everybody else is like, yo, I'm going to the Tropicana. And he's like, nah, I'm gonna go to where Tupac got killed.
I'm going to Flingo and Corvo to the site he got assassinated at. But yeah.
I'm trying to hit the Bellagio.
Yeah, Chris Rock said, you didn't get assassinated. He said he got shot. Jared's like, yeah, Tupac got assassinated. I said, no, brother, he got shot, man. It's the difference. So,
no, yo, let me stop. My I'm not trying to Jared, my bad. I'm not trying to diss you, bro. Like, I'm not trying to diss Tupac.
We love Pac.
It is what it is. But understand something. This is New York over here, baby.
Thank you.
We do not. We care, but we don't care.
Right.
At the same time.
Why did we kicked his ass out of here? He had the bounce. And then he went out there, whatever. But yeah, so we're back. Crazy
Yo,
stuff.
it's mad funny. Like what we was talking about in the group chat. And then it was mad funny because my man were talking on the phone the other night. He actually brought up King Tut because he knows his nephew.
Oh, okay.
So he was like, yo, like, because he wanted to get a chain. He was like, yo, I'm gonna get you a chain and whatever. And like, he's like, I'm gonna have like a piece for you. And I'm like, nah, I want a King Tut piece. He's like, yo, bro, if you get the King Tut piece, there's a lot of like, you gotta be like really thoroughbred to wear the King Tut piece. I'm like, yo, I got it, man.
It's true though.
Because he was locked up with King Tut. So like he knows King Tut, he knows his family, like, you know.
Well, they said Tut was the one who did the shooting.
Allegedly. I don't want to, I'm not trying to put bullets on somebody, you know what I mean? But,
no. Because even Tupac said, right, he goes, I got shot from Tut or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's always shrouds of mystery anytime you deal with Tupac. So, well, listen, New York, not everyone can make it out here, and you got to go other places to see. So, but crazy week in sports. We have you have your Brooklyn Nets game 7 tonight.
Game 7 is tonight, baby.
How do you
see if we can pull it out?
How you
listen, man? Listen, I feel I'm 50-50.
Okay.
I won't be shocked if we don't pull it out.
Right. That's how
Kyrie's done. There's no telling when Kyrie's gonna come back. I think Harden is getting better the more he's playing. But like, yo, bro, these role players, they gotta pick up the slack, man. Like Joe Harris,
the spotlight's on him.
You the best 3-point shooter in the game, and you just been shooting like 1 for 8, 1 for 7, 0 for 9. Like, I went to game 2 though. I was able to go to game 2. That was
How was the environment?
Bro, I never been to an NBA playoff game, or let's just take this back. I've never been to any playoff game ever. I've only been to like regular season game.
Same.
And let me tell you something, man. Like, it was so electrifying that the whole next day, I just wanted to lay in bed. That's how tired I was. It was just that how, because that's game 2 that they blew them out. They blew the Bucks out. Like they played like a perfect team game. It was a perfect team game. Like what was that? Game 5, that was a perfect Kevin Durant game. But game 2 was a perfect Brooklyn Nets team game. And they were phenomenal. It was a phenomenal game.
Because I was floor checking at work, and I'm looking. I said, "Wait, all right, this is close." Then it's like 15. Then
it just kept going up.
50.
It went up. 50. And
I'm like, what?
I was like, oh. I almost felt like I cheated myself. I was like, I went to the wrong game because I was like, it was like literally after the first quarter, the game was over. The game was done.
Yeah, it was over.
It wasn't happening anymore. So,
that's Giannis had the heat on him because it was like, yo, bro, you're a superstar MVP and you're getting blown up by 50 points. That's not supposed to happen, man. I don't care how good your team is.
2 things.
Mm-hmm.
You were right about sitting at Barclays because that's the first time I've been to Barclays.
Beautiful seats, right? Beautiful.
And I was in the upper deck, and like you said, there's no bad seat in the house.
No.
With that being said, that is the first time I've been to an NBA game and I seen an NBA player be scared.
You could see it, right?
Giannis was scared, like he couldn't do it. Like I don't know where he got this confidence now. These last couple of games, but I think what it is like I think it let him. I don't like. Listen, Giannis. I understand he's a great player, but I don't like to like sit out. You sit inside of the 3-point line, and then you just shoulder down like a football game, and then you go to the hole. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, there has to be like this. You can't just be you know what I mean? You're bullying your way to the hole. Like. I get like if you're fast enough and you gotta push, you know what I'm saying? You gotta like hit somebody like with your shoulder, but to put your shoulder down and go to the hole, like I'm not respecting that.
No, me neither. I don't like.
And I think it needs to be looked at in the future. And I didn't realize it till I went to the game, and now that I'm seeing now, like how long he takes to shoot a free throw.
Nah, it's aggravating to watch.
It's absurd. It's like 13, 14 seconds he takes to shoot a free throw.
I think there was a time limit, though, for that.
It's 10 seconds.
That shit seems like it's 15, 16 seconds, though.
Bro,
what's he do? He stretches out? Doesn't he, like, what is he?
He stretches out, and then he does the mock shot, then he gets the ball, and then he's, like, dribbling. Because the 10 seconds starts when the ref gives you the ball.
Okay.
So he gets the ball.
Yeah.
And like he's sitting there and just dribbling as slow as possible.
Right.
And it's like 11 seconds and he's like, all right, I'll shoot. And then he shoots. And it's like, I'm like, bro, you got to call these violations.
Yeah, you can't aggravate.
You know what I'm saying? It's the playoffs. You can't, you know what I mean? And like these are close games, except for like a couple of games. Like last game, it was a blowout. But I think the Nets knew they were gonna mail it in game 6. Because I think they was like, yo, they expended way too much energy for game 5.
Yeah.
And so
that was
I told Lisa, like before game 6, I was like, listen, I don't even think they're gonna pull it out. They're just gonna mail this one in and like go back to game 7, bring it back home. But like the way the Bucks are coming together, I don't know. I'm kind of like, what do we do?
Well, what do we do? You were right about you. That whole fear the deer thing is so corny. That is like the most corniest thing. I don't know.
Every time I get on this show, I feel like it turns racist.
Okay.
But bro, like watching the game the other night, and they, you know how the camera pans across the stage and crowd and shit, and it's just like, yo, there's no black people here, none.
Nah,
I maybe picked out maybe like 3 or 4 out of like the entire. They panned like this entire section, and I'm just like, this is all white folks.
And that's where that fear of the deer comes from. Ain't no brothers over there saying fear the deer.
It's no wonder why Kareem was like, yo, get me out of here.
Yeah, I need out.
Yo, get me out of here. Like,
and I used to like it. their jerseys and stuff in the 90s. They had the cool uniform.
Like when they had Glenn Robinson and
Ray Allen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I used to like them. Sam Cassell.
Ben Baker. Ben Baker was another one. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But then, I don't know. The only black person I know in Wisconsin in general is my cousin Kimberly, who watches the show from time to time. That's the only black person I know she's in Wisconsin. I forget where she's from, but it's not Milwaukee. No, maybe it is Milwaukee. It's not Green Bay, but it might be Milwaukee. Maybe she is. I gotta ask her, but she's in
my cousin. Not my cousin. I have a girl from high school, a friend. She lives in Milwaukee.
In Milwaukee.
Yeah, and then my wife, her family, her aunt and uncle, they live in Wisconsin. I mean, they grew up in Michigan, but they decided to move to Wisconsin for whatever reason. So, I mean, I've never been, so I take that back. I drove through Wisconsin one time to go to Montana. So I've been to Wisconsin, but I haven't been to Wisconsin.
You spent a year there one day, so.
It's been like a decade there one day. Wisconsin's one of those states. It's like South Dakota, like things like that. Like it's like, yo, why are these here?
Yeah, it's like, can we just mesh them in with? Well, my friend, I don't want to say that because I'm my boy Caitlin Young. He watches the show. He's from North or South Dakota, one of the Dakotas he's from. So, see, I have everyone.
No, like once you get to once you go to a certain spot, like you do like Sturgis or like things like that, like in South Dakota, like those places are cool. It's just the driving. It's like Pennsylvania or like Nebraska. Yeah. It's like the drive is just it's horrid, man. It's just I can't do it.
I remember going to Niagara Falls. They make you go through Pennsylvania for some reason, and I hate driving through Pennsylvania. It's awful.
Pennsylvania's your nightmare. So who you think's gonna So we have the Suns and we have the Clippers.
Yeah, but what's going on with Chris Paul?
Oh, he'll be back.
And I'll tell you what, the Clippers.
I don't think he'll be back. He might miss like 2 games, but he'll be back because he's vaccinated. So they're allowed to fast track him back into playing. He doesn't have to do this whole 2-week thing.
So then what happened? He got vaccinated, but then came in contact with someone who had COVID. What happened with him?
I think he got COVID.
Oh, he got.
But it doesn't matter because you're vaccinated.
So he was vaccinated but got COVID.
You know what I'm saying? Hello?
Yo, you hear me?
Oh, okay. Froze up.
Yeah, we froze up. There we go. So he's vaccinated but got COVID anyway, even though he was vaccinated.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Now, that's interesting.
Well, I mean, it just happened to Bill Maher. Like I watch Bill Maher every Friday night.
That's my favorite show in the world.
He was off for 2 weeks because he got COVID and he was already vaccinated. Same thing with the Yankees. When they had like those 6 or 7 players with COVID, like majority of them were vaccinated. So
okay,
it's good, bro. It's gonna happen. It's just like getting the flu shot and then you still get the flu anyway. You're not gonna die, basically.
Right.
Just like you're just sick now. So now that's where we're gonna have to adjust as people. Where it's like, yeah, like this is here now. It's gonna be here. So like get vaccinated, and then like if you get it, you just get it. But like you're not gonna end up like
a ventilator.
Yeah. You're not gonna. It's not gonna be the end of the world. So But I hope the Suns pull it out because I really like Booker. I like Michael Bridges.
Yeah. And I
like him a lot. And Ayton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like Chris Paul a lot too. So see, that's the team, because I was on the phone with my dad the other night and he was like, you know what? I'm going for the Suns. I said, yeah, me too. I said, that's what I'm going for too. I got to go for the Suns in that. But last time when I looked at the score, I think the Clippers down by like 30. All of a sudden I look again, they're up by 30. I said, what? I said, what the hell happened here? I was like, geez.
Because listen, man, I like Utah, but Utah ain't built for it yet.
Nah.
They need another like sustainable piece, like another sustainable like role player.
Yep.
That can step in. It's like you can't put it all on Donovan Mitchell. He's a phenomenal player.
He is. His father works for the
Mets. But you can't.
So that's a connection.
Oh yeah.
There. We have a connection with the Mets there.
Well, listen. Somebody should go beat up Phil Jackson because somebody dropped the ball on that shit.
We got Frank. Remember all the Knicks fans on there. We got Frank's blows, bro.
And everybody's looking over here, looking at Donovan Mitchell's the next D Wade.
I know, but we got Frank Ntilikina. We're good. Come on, dude.
But
remember the trade things. I would not take Donovan Mitchell for Frank, bro. Frank has scored 9 career points, dude. That guy is awful. He's an awful basketball player.
Yeah,
Frank Ntilikina might be the worst player in the NBA. No joke.
But here's a silver lining, though. I think they're going to push for Zion.
I think so too.
You're starting to hear. Who was it? The father.
The father
came out and said. Yeah, they're like, no, we want to go to New York.
Yeah, no, and I think Lonzo Ball's coming here too, in my estimation.
So if you guys get those 2 pieces, you guys are gonna be all right.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be all right.
Guys, stay healthy. And I guess, do you give up Julius Randle for Zion? Julius Randle goes in that deal.
No, they got picks, right?
Yeah, bunch of picks.
Take the picks.
You think Zion and Julius Randle could mesh though? Because they're kind of similar. They're both ball dominant.
Honestly, you could.
They're very similar players.
No. You could put Zion or Julius at the 3, and put the other one at the 4.
I'll put Zion at 4, and because
then you got Mitchell Robinson at 5.
Yup.
You got Barrett at 2.
Yup.
And if you get Lonzo, you got Lonzo at 1.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah. No, you're right.
You get Lonzo.
You're right.
It's gonna be I think you'll be a good team, man, moving forward. It's just keep working and getting those pieces. That's all.
Yeah, don't do no silly trades like they did for Melo. But whatever.
I take that back. Like, I would give up Julius Randle because you got Obi.
Yeah, you got to remember. Yep, we have Obi.
Because here's the thing: if you go youth all the way across the board,
yeah,
and you have Thibodeau. So Thibodeau won't be like out in like a couple years because like, oh, it's not happening, and like you want demand results. You can start cultivating your team, and those pieces become stronger each year in and year out. You know what I'm saying? And like you guys could be like a championship contender in the next 3 years.
Yeah,
like legit, like you know what I'm saying. Like you could be competing for a ring each year. I believe the way the NBA is set up now.
Yeah, because the NBA is in a weird spot because now because LeBron is losing a step. So, you can see he's losing a step. So it's one of those things like every year now, and at least for the near future, it's going to be up for grabs. Who's going finals? You got Durant in Brooklyn. So, they're going to be around. And you still got Kyrie and James Harden. I mean, so, Brooklyn's going to be there.
I think Durant is like, I think when it's all said and done, I think you're going to be able to make a case that Durant is on Jordan level.
Oh yeah,
he's on Kareem level.
I agree.
Like he's gonna, and like if they're able to get a couple of rings out of this, yeah,
I agree.
I don't know, like you know what I'm saying. I just think the injuries, and they're just fluke injuries. And to be honest, take that back. I think Giannis is the reason why Kyrie got hurt.
Why? Because I know he stepped on
the way he stepped underneath him. You know what I'm saying? Because like the way it was played was when Kyrie had the ball and he went to go put it, he went to get the rebound or whatever happened. When Giannis was out by the 3-point line, by the baseline. He had no business being up under Kyrie like that. I could see if they were banging in the paint.
Right.
But Giannis was not anywhere near Kyrie. And then like he runs up under him and like he just happened to have his foot like right under him.
Yeah, it looks suspicious.
And then he stepped on his foot. And then like he looked at him. Then he looked at him and he threw the inbound pass. Yeah. And then when they were asking him out, he's like, "Well, I don't remember seeing him hurt. Like I don't, bro. You know what time it is? Because Kyrie broke his ankles a few plays earlier. Like literally broke him. I don't know if you saw that. He put him on the floor.
Yeah, he put him on the floor. I seen it.
He just Kyrie missed the shot, but like he put him on the floor. Like bro,
he did that to his brother though, didn't he? Was that his brother? He broke his ankles?
No, that was Giannis.
Oh, that was John. Okay, I thought that was his brother. He broke his ankles because I mean he crossed him like he broke my ankles, and I was watching that shit on my phone. Like he was. Yeah, no, that was insane. He crossed him up like crazy, but I think it's this game is just up for grabs. I can't tell you who's gonna.
Yeah, I can't sit here and confidently tell you I want. You know who I want to win.
Oh yeah, of course. This is.
I was gonna try to go to the game tonight, but like my funds are running a little low today. So
how much was it? Was it expensive to go to game 2?
No, it was $75.
Oh, not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
Wow. But was
because they were still doing the vaccine thing, like
okay.
Because like the game today, because the game today was like the cheapest ticket I found was $194.
Yeah, that's
so.
Yeah, and you know it's funny going to sports games because as much as a sport fan I am, I don't like to go so much because sometimes your team loses, so it's like you spend all the money and then you lose anyway, and I don't know, stuff like that.
Yo, that's how I felt that game too, because we won game 1.
Yeah.
And so game 2, I was like, you know what? Let me get some tickets. I want to go to game 2. And so that night, like I told Lisa, and I'm like, all right, bet. So I got on the phone, I bought the tickets, and I started thinking about it, and I was like, yo, like the Bucks are a good team. Do I really want to go to a game and jinx it?
Right. Yeah.
And like I was just sitting there, like I went with Lisa's coworker, one of her worker friends from work, and he came with me, and so like I'm like, I don't know. He was like, "What you think they have?" I was like, "I don't even really know, man. I hope I didn't jinx shit by coming to this game." And like literally, like I said, like literally into the first quarter, I was like, "Yo, this game's over." Because like I said, you could see Giannis. Giannis was legit scared. I don't think I've been to a lot of NBA games, and I've never seen a player play scared. And that's the first time I see him play scared.
Was that the game where he refused to go by Blake Griffin? Blake Griffin was playing off for him, and he just kept
he was bodying him.
Yeah, he just kept dribbling.
Yo, they were bodying Giannis that game. There was nothing they could do. Nothing.
The funny thing with him, I know he's a good player and stuff, but I never looked at him like he's so good. Like I never looked at him and said, "Man, you know what? I want him to play on the Knicks." Like I
prefer him.
I never wanted him on the Knicks.
I'm not even a Philly fan. I prefer Embiid over.
Me too. Giannis. Me too.
And Embiid's got a better skill set. He's a more complete player.
Right. Because Giannis, I didn't realize how much he just can't shoot. He cannot shoot.
Yeah, it's like Ben Simmons.
Realize that. Yeah, yo. Ben Simmons oh my God. See, Ben Simmons, I never even liked coming out of college. I said, what's the big deal about Ben Simmons? I don't know. He's all right. They try to say he's LeBron James.
He's next LeBron, right?
Yeah.
That's what I hate about the NBA, man. They're always like, that's the next one, this guy. And it's like, no, man, just let him be great in who he is, or let him just be like the player that he is. You know what I mean? Like, he might not be that guy.
How many players live up to that hype anyway? LeBron lived up to it. But like LeBron was supposed to be the next.
But I don't think LeBron. I don't think LeBron lived up to it. I think LeBron in his own head had his own goals, so it didn't faze him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
it didn't bother him.
I think Kobe was the only one that, like, because Kobe, he patented his game behind Jordan.
Exactly.
Where like LeBron is more like Magic.
Yeah,
but a better scorer, more efficient scorer. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? And just quicker and faster and more agile and more athletic, way more athletic than Magic ever thought about being. But that back in that time, 6'9" players weren't that athletic.
No.
Yeah. So I mean, Durant, there's nobody really Durant you can compare to. Durant is an anomaly.
Yeah, you can't stop him.
Bro, he's 7 foot. He's got a 7'6" wingspan.
He's like a shooting guard. He moves quick. He's like a gazelle. He's moving. He's unstoppable. He's the best player I've seen in a long time is Kevin Durant.
I think I wrote that on Facebook. Like I went to that game, and like the next day when I woke up, I was like, "Yo, Kevin Durant is probably the best player I've ever seen play basketball."
I agree. Ever. And I would agree with you. I agree 100%.
And like it's crazy like you watch the game on TV, but it's crazy when you watch the game in person, because it's like, because I played basketball like in high school and stuff, and I played AAU and so I understand like the chess pieces of basketball on top of just, dribbling and shooting the ball. And I think that was the first time that I sat there and I watched the team and like they were so synchronized. That's why they're so good. There's like everybody's locked in. Everybody knows where they're supposed to be and they know when to move. And like, you know what I'm saying? And that's the first time I ever seen a team play like that cohesively on the floor. Ever.
Yeah, well, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
shows it.
Yeah, I'd never seen no shit. I'd never seen no game like this. Like no team play like this ever.
That was crazy.
I'm sure Golden State, but I mean, like even Golden State I don't think they played as cohesive as like that game, that specific game. I'm not talking all the time. Just like that specific game, they were so locked in. It was poetry, man. It's like people talk about it like basketball's poetry in motion, or it's like an art.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the first time I actually watched the game and I was like, yo, I get it. Like this is on some other level type of stuff because
you could see,
you know what I mean? Like,
but then it's the crazy thing is not even game 2, it was game 5 for me was the real like just awakening for me because I'm like, Jesus Christ, I said this guy Kevin Durant, he could do what if he had
because they had nobody,
he could do it. Yeah, everyone was hurt, but
think about this. 48 minutes. You on the floor for 48 minutes. Your man is on the floor for 46 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You literally played for 46 minutes with 4.5 people because James Harden had one leg.
Yep. He was on the
That's it.
End. Yep.
You see how he was moving. Like he was not moving. Like he's just like, I'm here for sport. I'm here to make it look like I'm good still. Like, you know what I mean? Because when he shot 1 for 9.
Yeah,
he only had like he didn't have a good night.
Last game looked better than him.
But when Durant locked in, he locked in. Bro.
And what's up with Giannis? He can't guard LeBron because I'm like, put Giannis on him. Because he's fast, he's tall.
I don't think he can.
I'm like, yo, does this dude do anything right or something? I've been losing a lot of my respect for Giannis in this series, man.
Here's the thing, man. I think for one, I don't think he can consistently stop Durant. He might get his stops or whatever. But here's the thing. The way they move the ball and way they're able to move the ball, like they know they got to play a little one-dimensional right now.
Yeah.
So it's like, but at the same time, if you get other shooters like moving fluidly, like you got Jeff Green and you have like Joe Harris and like even Blake, you know what I'm saying? If you got people moving freely that can beat down, that can back down and muscle down like a PJ Tucker or Chris Middleton, you already know Durant's gonna kick that ball. So Giannis has to stay like he got like floating around the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like he can't just lock in on one player because like the way they move, it's like, bro. I to be honest with you, I think Brook Lopez has been playing better defense this series.
I think so too. Yeah, Giannis says I've lost like a lot of respect for him. I don't look at him the same after watching him in this series.
Well, you see what Kareem said, right?
What?
They were Rachel Nichols was interviewing him, and she was like, do you think like the Bucks are gonna win a title with this team? And he was like, absolutely not. And everybody was like laughing. Everybody was like cracking up. Like Matt Barnes and like the other dude, they were laughing. He was just like, no, absolutely not. He was like, yo, they're not built for it. Like,
no.
I agree. I think
agree too.
I think whoever comes out of the Atlanta series,
which, I mean, you know what? We didn't even get to that.
Yeah, we haven't got to that yet.
That is crazy. Yeah. That is crazy. And remember, I mentioned that to you. I think
I know you might hate him, but like Trae Young might be the truth.
Yo, I'm telling you, he's starting to get like Steph Curry vibes. I'm starting to get Steph Curry vibes from him.
He's scary.
Scary, man. He takes over games, bro. And he's like a better distributor of the ball than Curry. He's like Curry with better point skills. Like it's like it's crazy. He's on another level. He's just like he's insane, man. Yo. But you know what? Remember I said like 2 episodes ago, I said, look, Atlanta's red hot. I said, Trae Young, you never know what can happen with them because they just seem like Clint Capella's a great player. Trae Young is good. Trae Young is great. They have a good coach. They play they play defense and offense. They're just a well-rounded team that's getting hot at the right time. They're red hot. And I don't like Philadelphia so much. That's another thing, because I feel like
you don't like what?
I don't like Philadelphia so much because I feel like Ben Simmons is a liability. He's a liability.
And I think Tobias Harris is overrated.
Overrated.
I feel like,
no reason.
I mean, like he's a good player, but like I think he's overrated.
Wasn't he on the Nets, Tobias Harris? I think at one point, was he on the Nets at some point? Might be wrong.
I know he was on the Magic.
Yeah, maybe I'm confusing there. Yeah.
I think he went somewhere else. I don't remember where.
As a trade.
I'm trying to like he went somewhere else, and then like that didn't really pan out. I want to say he played for the Clippers for a little bit.
Yeah, I think the Clippers.
For a year.
Yeah. That's who I think I'm mixing that up with. Yeah. Because he's a good piece. He's a good player, but he's making mad. What's he making? $100 million or some shit? Jared said
5 years, 180 million. It's a lot of bread.
For Tobias Harris, bro?
It's a lot of bread.
Let me look at his stuff.
It's a lot of money.
We're pulling up his stuff right now because
I think the guy really, man, that really just shocked me. It's like Steph's brother, Seth.
Yeah, Seth Curry's having a resurgence out of nowhere. Well, he was.
Yeah, man.
Because I think he went to Duke also.
Oh, he played for Milwaukee. Tobias played for Milwaukee, Orlando. Yep. He played in Detroit. He played in the Clippers for 1 year, and then he went to the Sixers.
Wow, so he's been around a little bit. 5 different teams. Damn. What did he average this year? 19.5. And he's from New York. Islip, New York.
Yeah. 19.5 points a game, which isn't bad. When you're playing with somebody like Embiid. You know what I'm saying? That's decent. You know, you're playing with Embiid and Simmons.
And he's a 19-point per game career scorer, so he's all right.
7 boards. Yeah, 7 boards a game, 4 assists, rounding up, 4 assists a game. And then he's only averaging during the playoffs this year so far.
Yeah,
that's last year. That might be last year. I don't think they've docked it. They haven't put up the numbers yet for this year.
He's been like
a
no-show.
I mean, I think we put stock in the players that aren't really that. It's like we talk about Chris Middleton, right?
Yeah,
I don't think he's that good.
No, me neither.
He has streaky games where he's good. Like last game, he had 35, 30 points. Game. Like, yeah. Like, but I mean, like, where else he hasn't been in the round? And here's the thing that I don't like is like when they're playing in Milwaukee, they've been letting them like beat up the Nets, like literally like. They're making it harder for them. They're letting them be as physical as they want. And it's just like, oh man, like, you know what I'm saying? It's wearing them down. That's why, like, I'm even if we do pull this out, I'm probably gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna have to be like, say, like, we might not win because the injuries, for one, you get the 7-game series, that's gonna wear them out.
Yeah.
Because I think the role players are like, the thing is with Joe Harris, I think he's just wore out.
Yeah, I think that
they've never been this deep. They've never played this deep. Like I just, you know what I mean? A lot of those players never played this deep ever in their life. And this is new to them. And I just think they're starting to hit their walls. And it's like, I can't go on anymore, you know? So
like that's what happened to the Knicks after game 2. I think they just like gave all their energy out. And after that, they were done. They couldn't stick with Trae Young no more. They were out of gas. They just ran out of gas.
Like in my mind, the best scenario, the best pathway for the rest of the way would be for Atlanta to win.
Yep.
Then we win and we play Atlanta. If we play Philadelphia, I don't think we can pull it up.
You don't think
unless Kyrie comes back and and it's sufficient. Like we could give up like the first 2 games or something like that, and then come back from it.
Okay. I mean,
I that's the only viable pathway that I see is if you know what I mean. Like, well, I feel very extremely confident.
Because the way Atlanta's playing right now, man, that Clint Capella, Trae Young combination is no joke. There's no joke.
Listen, man, I say that, but like Durant's the best player in the world.
They put Gallinari on him.
But I mean, let's just call it what it is. Like,
True.
that's the ace in the hole. Is like, yeah, like we can worry about the Nets, but like we still have to like contribute to the fact that Durant is still the best player in the world.
Yeah.
And James Harden, he's gonna get better. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, he was shooting threes last night or the night before.
And he was shooting them over Giannis.
Yeah. He looked good. He's starting to look like he's getting there.
Yeah, he's getting there.
Because there was an argument he might be the best player in the world a couple months ago when he was going crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like, because he does it all too. He's a great point guard. He can score like crazy. He got good court vision.
I really like how people were saying that, like, coming in, that they're like, oh,
he's a ball hog, you know what I'm saying? Or he's got to be a scorer. And it's like, I think he got into a position that he really wanted to be in. Like in Houston, he had to be
that guy. It was him or nothing.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had to be that guy. There was nobody else to.
Westbrook is a good player. I love Russell Westbrook, but,
Westbrook's a great player, but Westbrook is not a winner.
No, at all. Nope. I'm shocked they made the playoffs, that they were able to come back.
But they still got dubbed.
Yeah, they did. But I give him credit.
It's like I actually had a little bit of hope for him. Like, yo, maybe get out of the series. But no, got dubbed. And it's like, yo,
all the time.
For as great as a player as you are, you're capable of averaging a triple-double an entire year, and you just getting dumped out. You know what I mean? Like out the first round, or you don't even make it some years, or you know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. Like,
it's interesting.
You have to start assessing yourself. You played with James Harden.
Kevin Durant.
Well, first of all, the first time around, you played with James Harden and Durant and Ibaka. You know what I'm saying? You had all these players. Then Durant left, and like you still had a very strong core as far
Paul
as like
George,
Steven Adams, Paul George, you had Melo.
Yep.
Bro, and then you went to Houston and played with James Harden at his peak.
Yeah, it's true.
And you still fucked it up.
It's true.
Sorry for my French, but it's what it is.
It's true.
You still fucked it up. And at that point, you have to start assessing yourself and being like, am I what's wrong? So
I think the thing that holds him back and his team's back, he can't shoot. That's the problem. He never worked on his shot. I feel like
he's bad at outside shot.
If he had an outside shot, that guy would be unstoppable. But
that's what you should be working on off season.
I agree. But see, now this is the thing with him is he's, you got the most interesting man in the world or whatever. He's the most interesting basketball player in the world because numbers wise, you kind of got to put him like in the top 10 of all time. Mm-hmm. If you actually look at his numbers, he's a top 10 player ever. But then
he's a man.
But the eye test though shows you no, he's not. But if you go by the numbers, he's a top 10 player of all time.
Because you know what? He's got such a high motor. I don't think he knows how to shift gears. He's got to learn. Once he learns how to shift gears, and like, I think it's not to say he's not a smart basketball. Anybody in the NBA is a smart player to a degree, and I think he has a very good IQ. But it's like he doesn't have a high enough IQ to understand that, like, you can't just go one speed, just like full throttle all game. Like, you have to shift the gears a little bit and assimilate to the game a little bit. Like, you're just trying to control the game with just speed and power, but it's like not every team's gonna play that way every night. And your own team might not be able to play and keep up, and that's where you might be losing. Where you have to shift gears and kind of like you have to mold yourself to the game a little bit at the same time as being, you know what I'm saying, like the unstoppable force in the game. I think that's where like Durant and like you like Golden State. There's other teams that do that, and that's what makes them great. Is they're able to be malleable to the game itself. They know how to adapt to the game in different situations on the fly, and that's what makes teams like even like the Bulls. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes teams great.
Right.
You know,
it's the small things like that.
That's why I say certain teams, they're not that. You know what I mean? Like even teams that won like championships, like I don't think they were that great. Like I don't think the Lakers. I don't really think the Celtics team was that great.
Nah,
That
me
won in
neither.
2009.
Nah.
Because it's like, but I'm saying in the terms of IQ though. I think they're good enough. Like obviously they're good enough because they won a championship. But I'm saying like as far as IQ and being malleable to the game to make the game fluid for them. Like there's only a few teams that have like existed. It's like the Bulls,
Yep.
the Golden State Warriors. Uh, I want to say San Antonio.
San Antonio,
They had that good streak. That you know what I mean, like the first string of like championships. Yeah,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying. They were really fluid. You know what I mean? Like you had these and Brooklyn plays like that now.
Yep.
And I'm starting to see it a little bit in Phoenix. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's starting to come together. Because Bridges really kind of blew my mind. I wasn't expecting him to be where he's at now. Like, he's a service. He's better than a third option that he plays, but he has to be third option because you got Chris and you have Booker.
Yeah.
And then even like maybe fourth option because you got Ayton. You know what I'm saying? DeAndre Ayton. So it's like
forget about him. I forget about him.
So you're interchanging. You know what I'm saying? And then like you're interchanging like where you're at, but like I like how he's picking his spots and he's being efficient and being dangerously efficient. And that's what makes Phoenix so good. So like man, like if I didn't have a favorite team, it'd be the Phoenix. But like
me too. Same here. On the same page. We're on the same page, exactly the same.
I don't know what they did. They learned how to like re-energize that entire
helps.
Organization. Oh, bro, think about it, man. Listen, I was talking to my man about this yesterday where I was like, yo, Chris Paul, everywhere he goes, like he's the man.
Yep.
But they just shit on him.
Because he gets injured.
Like they stopped the trade to LA.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they stopped the trade to that. He probably would have won a chip.
I remember that. Yep.
Then like getting hurt and like having like injuries at the like worst time possible. Like if Chris Paul would have played that game when he was with the Rockets,
3-1, they were up 3-1.
They would have won.
Yep. Yes, they would have. I agree.
They would have beat them.
I agree.
But he got hurt at the wrong time.
He always gets hurt at the wrong time. That's what I'm saying. Everything's cruising. He gets COVID or whatever. It's like.
Yo, think about that. That's like the worst. Like, yo, bro, it's not you. Like, it's your like the energy around you or something. Like, something does not want you to win.
Maybe it's
because it's like, yo, like who, like just you at that point you want to like when you just like, well, you got COVID, so you can't play for X amount of time, and it's like, what? What do you mean? Like,
playoffs,
yeah, man. Like, yo, like now you just got to look at people and like, yo, I know it's not me. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some like dark force around me that trying to stop me from being like the man. Like he's the man, but I mean like be the man. Like get the chip and be like because I really feel for him, man. I really want him to like, get one. He deserves it. Like Melo don't deserve it.
No.
As much as I want Melo to deserve one, he don't deserve it because you know what I'm saying? He shot himself in the foot too many times, right? It's like, yo, you put yourself in the position that you're in. Like Chris Paul is still like out here, like, yo, top-notch point guard. Like right now, he's the best point guard in the game.
Yeah.
Bar none.
Melo's interesting because like he's the same age as these dudes, but how come he faded so fast compared to everyone else? I don't think he's faded. I just think like he became one-dimensional. Just score. That's
just score.
Yeah, like I don't know.
That's why it works in Portland because they don't play defense altogether.
No,
so it's like
no, they don't play any type of defense. Now Dame, they talk about Dame wants out and he wants to come to the Knicks. So who knows? To see that happening too. But
you said the Knicks?
Yeah, but you know what? If you have to trade all these pieces, leave it alone. Just leave it alone and start building something for your own. Stop trying to get everyone else's pieces and just build your own. That's how I look at it.
That's why I say get Zion. If you're gonna give up chips, give up pieces for like Zion, something that's gonna be there a long time because Damian needs to go somewhere like he needs to go to like a team that's already kind of built, where it's like where
Dame is
maybe
from
like
LA.
LA.
Yeah, he's
maybe
from LA,
LA.
Dame, right?
No, he's from Oakland.
Oh, he's from Oakland. Okay.
Yeah, he's from Oakland.
Send him up to maybe Golden
I
State.
can see him in Denver.
Denver needs another piece too. Yep. Because Murray was hurt this year though, so
yeah, but Damian's way better than Murray.
Yeah, no, for sure, no doubt.
Bro, shit, I could even see Damian in Miami.
I could see him when Pat Riley snatching him up. Yep.
Yeah.
He's a great player, Dame. Great player.
Phenomenal.
He might have that Russell Westbrook type thing going on though soon, where it's like.
No, because I think what the difference is between Damian is like he wants to win.
Yeah, he does.
I feel like Russell wants to win, but it's not like, you know how players are like, yo, I don't care, I'm winning. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like Russell don't got that gene. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
remember, he says, listen, championships are not everything for me. He's like, I'm just a basketball player. I made it already. I'm a champion already.
So, yeah, man, stop.
I don't think championships are big for him. I don't think that's a big deal.
Yeah, you mail it in.
Yeah.
You can't mail it in, man. You're in your prime. I can see if he was like Melo's age and like, yeah, I'm, you know, like Melo's like mailing it in now. Like, this thing's not gonna happen. Unless I think what was it? They had proposed. I don't know if it was proposed like, you know, in real life, but I think like they had schematically put together a trade where it, you know what I'm saying, if they give up Anthony Davis, then the Lakers would get Melo and Damian. And I think, listen, to be honest with you, I think I don't know why Melo has kind of curbed the situation, but play with LeBron, man. You might get one.
I'd give Melo credit there, though. Seems like he never wants to piggyback off of LeBron.
It's too late to not piggyback no more. You want one, so you might as well now.
Sure, because he's not.
You've had your people might talk shit or whatever, but Melo's had his valiant battles with LeBron, where he's gotten the best of LeBron a few times.
Yeah, even Kobe always gives Melo credit. Say he's the toughest to guard in the NBA.
Yeah. So I mean, but I did hear through the grapevine he did buy something out here in Brooklyn. So
Melo?
I don't know if he might try to come out here on some, like, you know, on a vet minimum.
Maybe.
You know, so
that makes sense too. It makes sense.
Yeah, but then you know they're gonna be in his ass. Like, yo, bro, we the scorers.
Yeah.
You have to play a little bit of D, bro.
Come on, you know what I'm saying? He could have been a 20 and 10 guy. No, and he could have did everything, Melo. He was just a lazy player as far as he just wanted to get his points and that's it. He could have been down there rebounding. He could have been an all-purpose player, getting assists, rebounds, steals, defense, block shots. He has the talent to do everything, but he just wanted to do one thing, and that was to score.
Well, I think that's why he. It's like on paperwork, it looks perfect. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, and even kind of like the eye test a little bit. Like, Melo played best when he had, you know, a really great point guard on the team. Yep. Like we had Billups.
Oh man. Yeah,
Melo was the man. Even like, you know, because even Billups when he came here and like he, you know, to the Knicks and like, you know, like even though Billups was like on the tail end of his career,
but still,
like he was still like, yo, I actually liked that Knicks team rather than the Knicks team with Jason Kidd in them.
I completely agree. I felt like they should have gave another year with Billups. That same team right there, they should have gave another season.
Right.
I agree completely with you because I you know how many times I think back to that when Billups was our point guard and I said, damn, I wish we would have kept that team another season. And because Billups was perfect for the Knicks. Remember that game against Miami? I think he hit the game-winning 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
Right there, I was like,
and nobody expected that. Yeah,
nah, not at all. Not at all. That was a great team we had. We had a great team there. But then you know what? We did have another. I think the next year we went 54 games or whatever. Jason Kidd was running things and stuff. We had Prigioni coming off the bench.
It was a good team, but it's like, yo, here's the difference between Jason Kidd and Billups. Billups is a better game managing point guard.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna push the team all the way through to the end. Well, I don't think Kidd has ever been capable of doing that. You've seen all those finals they lost in Jersey, the Nets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When Nets are in Jersey,
Lakers
back in 2003, 2002. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like they weren't capable.
They got swept both times, or they I know they got swept one time. That I know.
I think the Lakers swept them.
Lakers swept them.
And I think the Spurs. Yeah.
Did they get swept both times then?
I think they might have won one game against the Spurs. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they ran into some juggernaut stuff. I mean, they ran into some spots.
I mean, think about that. But think about that. The Billups won a championship. And these are great players, don't get me wrong, but like with Richard Hamilton, Prince.
Yeah, Tayshaun Prince.
Rasheed
Wallace. Who's that?
Ben Wallace.
They had in the middle. Ben
Wallace.
Yup.
And Darko Milicic.
Yeah, remember Darko? Yeah, Donnie Darko. Yup.
So you won a chip against Shaq and Kobe. And the squad, like Robert Horry, you know what I'm saying? Whoever else was John Sally, the gang. Karl Malone was on that team too, right?
Gary Payton. Yup.
Yeah.
The glove. Yup. They tried to get a chip at the end of their careers.
And you know what? Pistons smoked them. And then you have to, and like Billups is like, and he almost beat the Lakers when the Nuggets went to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2008, 2007.
Yes. Yup.
So
I love Chauncey Billups, man.
Yo, the resume is there. I think he's gonna be a phenomenal coach. I think they're talking about him going to Boston to coach.
I was seeing that, yeah.
What'd you think of that Kemba Walker trade?
I think it was a steal. I think for them to get what they got Kemba Walker,
Al Horford,
but then Boston gave up their first round pick to get rid of Kemba Walker?
Oh yeah. Oklahoma City got all these picks, and like I don't even think.
When I seen that, I'm like, wait, how did that work? I'm like, how did you?
Can I be honest with you? I think the Celtics, they have no loyalty to nobody.
Nah, they don't. No.
This is why when people talk crazy about Kyrie, this is why I agree with Kyrie. Where it's like you were right to leave because look what he did to Isaiah Thomas, man.
Oh yeah, no.
That man ruined his career and ruined his hip and everything. And you owe him, like Danny Ainge is forever in my eyes. He's a bastard. You owe him money.
Yeah, he's a snake.
You owe that man money.
I used to like Danny Ainge too, but he's a snake.
So when people are like, yo, Kyrie, the way he left Boston, it's like, yo, bro, they have no loyalty to nobody. If Jason Tatum was smart, he'd be out. Like, all right, I'm out. Do a sign and trade. I don't want to play here no more.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think anyone wants to play there anymore. That's the craziest thing. But remember, like 5 years ago, the Celtics were the poster team, how to build a championship team. You get all these picks, blah, blah, blah. But now it's like they just fell apart. No one wants to play for them.
Well, I think there's a lot of it has to do with the fact that, I think the relationships within the team, they don't play as a team.
And that Brad Stevens, they crowned him too fast. And he didn't seem like
what's
going on.
Why is he a GM now?
You know what? I don't know.
It was like Danny Ainge is like, yo, you want my job? I'm done.
I'm out.
It's like, oh man.
They crumbled like completely. They just completely fell apart. And their future was so bright. And then they just, I don't know. But when I seen that trade, I said, wait, so you gave up Kemba Walker and a first round pick? I said, yo, that's a no-brainer for the Thunder. That's a no-brainer. No-brainer at all. The Thunder had to pull that trade. I mean, come on. Why can't the Knicks do something like that? I was like, you know what? Not that I want Kemba Walker in the Knicks. I was like, but you know what? I wouldn't mind taking Kemba Walker. You have all the salary cap in the world. You have the most salary cap in basketball. And you get another first-round pick. We have 3 first-round picks. The Knicks should have pulled the trigger on that.
I think now what it is, I think it's not smart to make any sudden, jerk reaction moves to certain players. Because it's like you've done a lot to get to this point. If Phil Jackson did anything good, was clearing those books, understanding like, yo, listen, your team is going to be trash for the next 3 to 4 years, but this is the only way this is going to work in the long term, and where you're going to be able to salvage and have a decent team in the next decade. And I don't think Phil Jackson gets enough props for that.
I'm happy you brought that up, because there was an article I think I read like a couple months ago. They were saying if you look at the big picture, Phil Jackson didn't do a bad job here.
No.
He actually did okay. We kind of owe the success that we're having now to him. If you look at the big picture,
I know I said
the books.
I said a few weeks ago that Melo, the way Melo was treated, but I still agreed it. I still think that way, that Phil Jackson could have treated Melo a lot better.
I agree, because that was, what, Melo's a New Yorker, first of all. He is a superstar, the face of the franchise.
Yeah. To disgracefully say like, right, maybe you should go play somewhere else.
That was crap.
And then tell everybody that you told them that.
That was crap. Now,
but
Porzingis though could go F off, because look what he got now. Look at the drama he got going on over there too in Dallas. Good riddance. We didn't want you. We didn't want you on draft night, and we don't want you now. So kick rocks, F off, disappear. Because you know what? I used to love Porzingis, but I never got like a Porzingis jersey, shirt, nothing. Because I just had a feeling he wasn't going to be here long term.
I was going to buy Lisa one, and then because Lisa really loved him, but then he got traded. So I was like, well, that's not happening. There's no point in having that now. So
she can wear the Dallas joint. She can wear. I actually have in my closet. I have my grandmother, my dad's mom, bought it for me. Yeah. She bought me a Dirk Nowitzki away jersey, and then when I went to Texas, I bought the home jersey. So I have 2 Dallas Maverick jerseys in my closet. So I actually do have Maverick stuff. Yeah. I do. Wow. I have some Dallas stuff. That was my second favorite team. Was the Mavs. That's when they changed their jerseys. That's when they had that blue with the silver. When they updated their look, and for some reason at that time, that look blew me away. So I had to have me some Dallas Maverick.
Let's talk about Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah, well, let's talk about him. He's a good player.
I never wanted to get rid of him.
Me neither. Same here. He was just a casualty of war, though. He was just collateral damage.
Well, now he's kind of the man in Dallas. He kind of found his niche a little bit.
You don't think we could have used him in these playoffs, man? We need a shooter. He is. We needed a shooter, and that's what he is. Yeah. Tall. He plays D when he wants to.
I don't think you guys need a shooter. I think you guys need a game changer. And that's what Zion's going to be for you, is a game changer. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I agree.
So that's the thing for you guys, is like you're going to be you guys, when you guys get, because it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen this offseason, but it's going to happen. They're going to, if you're already hearing rumblings now, and it's not out of the Knicks camp,
right,
it's coming out of New Orleans, like you know what I'm saying. I think like it's gonna happen relatively soon, and it's like, so the Knicks just have to really kind of figure out like, all right, what pieces do we want to like throw on the table?
Throw what you need. Give them whatever they want.
I mean, send Julius Randle over
there. Yeah.
Forget it.
You know what? I don't want to seem like I'm throwing Julius Randle away, because I love Julius Randle. We're in the playoffs because of him. All second team, all NBA, good player, but he doesn't match well with Zion. And it seemed like in the playoffs, he kind of like, he was on the Giannis thing where he seemed like he was scared or something. There was something wrong with him. There was something.
I don't think he was scared. I just think he might have.
The light's too bright or something.
No, I don't think it's that either. I think it's just
ran out of gas.
That's what I'm saying. You have a lot of these players that never went deep into the playoffs ever.
Because he never been in playoffs.
This is the first time
you're seeing like a lot of new faces. And it's
like,
so like things are getting a little wonky, a little bit. Like that's what. But it's making everything exciting. You know what I'm saying?
Like I'm into the NBA. I'm into it now.
I think this is the most exciting playoffs that I've seen in probably 10 years.
I agree. And the Knicks are not even in it, and I'm more focused on the NBA now than when the Knicks were in it. It's just, like you said, new faces. You know what it is? LeBron, we're going to look back and say, we appreciate LeBron James for everything he did, but we need fresh people around. We get fatigue of him. I'm tired of seeing his teams in the finals, in the Western Conference Finals. I'm happy that we got fresh faces, new players coming in. Just the excitement that even Ben Simmons, his mental lapse right now, it's must-see TV. He's having like mental breakdowns at the free throw line. It's must-see TV. Kevin Durant had a performance that we may never see again in the playoffs. Then the injuries, it's like it's like a soap opera on live TV. It's NBA right now is a must-watch TV, and my Knicks are nowhere in the playoffs at this point, and it's still must. Because then, what about Doc Rivers?
Here's the cool thing, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to cut you off. Here's the cool thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're able to look at things with more optimism this year because in the coming years your team is going to get better and better.
I think
they're on the right path. You don't have to sit here and be like, "Yo, my Knicks are terrible.
Yeah.
I don't like what I'm watching. Like, I don't like this. Like, I'm just tired of this." Like, now you have like, all right, well, this is how my team is gonna have to adjust next year. Now that my team is not in it, but like you have something to look forward to because they have pieces that they can start building.
And you hit the nail right on the head, man. That's it. It's not a hatred thing, but it's sometimes after so long being so bad for so long, I started looking at other teams like, man, I'm tired of NBA. Like my dad and I used to say that all the time, like, basketball is whack now, tired of it. But the Knicks being good this year, now I'm looking at stuff like there's no hatred. It's just like, you know what? You do you, but I know my team, like you said, my team is up and coming. We have all those draft picks. We're young, all salary cap space. We're a destination again. Working at the Empire State Building, I see all the fans popping out in the streets, going crazy. For one playoff win. Things are looking up, like with the Mets. Look at us with the Mets. There's no more Wilpon. You say, you know what? I know for a fact at the trading deadline, we're going to get a good player. You just know it's coming. You don't sit around like, are we going to get somebody? Because, the salary, blah, 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 the luxury tax. With Steve Cohen now, you don't have to worry about that no more. It's like a cloud that's been moved, And you know what? I used to like Isaiah Thomas. He had those good teams with the Knicks. If you look at their roster, you got Marbury, Crawford, Quentin Richardson, Eddie Curry, Steve Francis. I don't know how they didn't go to the playoffs. Jamal Crawford. I don't know how they didn't go to the playoffs. But Isaiah Thomas, look, he goes to the Liberty, and there was like a black cloud over them. He leaves, and the sky is kind of opened up. And I said, maybe he was the problem. I don't know. I was like, because I used to defend Isaiah Thomas like crazy, but after watching what he did with the Liberty, and then he leaves, the Liberty is doing better. Maybe he was.
Well, I think the thing about management is like you can get all the good players you can try to get, but it's about developing them and implementing them in a system and within a team to do great things. So I mean, our paperwork, like, the Knicks should have been phenomenal a couple of those years, but it's like, but you have to manage personalities. You have to manage, you know what I'm saying? Like, people have contract negotiations. Yeah, I don't even think Marbury was like out of his mind. He was just. A lot of things. I mean, like, I don't think it was good for him to ever come back to New York.
Yeah, like Isaiah Ryder. That's why they said the Knicks never made a push on him, because they said if you put him back in New York, forget about it. Yeah, that was like a case waiting to happen. He was going to go to jail, going back to New York. It was bound to happen. It was like because I always liked Isaiah Ryder. I always wanted him to play for the Knicks, but they said the Knicks would never bring him back to New York. You just can't do it. Lamar Odom was another one. I feel like the Knicks never really pursued him so much too for that same case. And I think Ron Artest also.
I don't think he wanted to, though.
You don't think he wanted to come to New York?
Because he already knew what was.
Yeah, he knew what was up over here.
Certain patterns, certain things, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he would have been good out here. I think he needed Kobe in his life. I think he needed the Mamba mentality.
Yup.
And once that wasn't around anymore, I think that's when he started to fall apart. His life started falling apart,
And he got mixed up with a Kardashian. And that always is the downfall.
And obviously the wackest Kardashian,
Yeah, trash. Straight up.
Chloe's been like passed around. Yeah, it's pretty.
She's been passed around like a baton on a track meet, like just crazy, bro. But
it was funny. It was hilarious because when I went to that game, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, it wasn't that game. Well, it was a couple of different games. Well, yeah, because when I went to that game, French Montana was there, so I'm like,
oh, okay.
Yo, there's the Eskimo brothers. Like James Harden used to date Chloe.
Yeah.
French Montana dated Chloe. The last series, the Celtics, when they, Tristan Thompson's got a kid with her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's got a relationship with her. And then like James Harden dated her. You know what I'm saying? Like everywhere you go, there's like this like
6 degrees
Eskimo
of
brother
separation.
thing going on. It's really wild.
It's
really wild.
It's like on some 6 degrees of separation.
You there?
Yeah, you hear me? You hear me?
Oh man.
I see you. I see you.
Hold on 1 second. Okay. My bad. I don't know if it's me or
I see you. You good.
It might be me. So
yeah, you gotta get with the Windows, man. You can't mess around with those Apple products no more, bro.
Right. My Wi-Fi's been acting buggy today. Yes, the last couple of days have been really weird. So
Wi-Fi's hit and miss, man. I hate Wi-Fi, to be honest with you. I hate it. I got the old school.
Yeah, that's
over here. I go old school. Trust it. Battle tested.
It's crazy. It's crazy how DeGrom is.
Oh man, woo!
The best pitcher in baseball. Everybody else is falling apart because they can't use sticky substances no more. DeGrom's still out here like, well, I don't even need it, so I'm just doing my thing.
Yup, and all his teammates came and defended him. Said, "What you're seeing now, imagine him using sticky stuff. He would never give up a run." They were like, "Can you imagine that?" They were like, "Guy would never give up a run." That's incredible, man. You're looking at the great. At some point, it's a shame that he started he started late in his career, but he might go down as the greatest pitcher of all time.
He's up there.
His numbers are just like something.
He's already up there to like with like Greg Maddux to me.
Oh yeah, Glavine and all.
Tom Glavine, yeah.
He's up there with Clemens and all of them. He's definitely he's going to the Hall of Fame, especially if he wins the other Cy Young this year. They say he's the front runner for MVP.
League MVP,
Yeah, he's going to Hall of Fame. There's no doubt. I mean, he's definitely Hall of Fame bound because you can't. The best pitcher I've seen is Pedro Martinez in my lifetime. He's better. DeGrom is better than Pedro Martinez.
I think I got an argument with somebody where I was saying like they were saying, well, we need to get rid of Syndergaard, and I was like, nah.
For what?
I was like, yo, Syndergaard's. Yo, let me tell you something. Syndergaard's going to be just as good, I think.
Yep. People forget
and they were like,
how good he is.
And they were like, the guy was like, yo, like, how could you say? And I'm like, yo, bro, like, he was like, yo, he's always injured. I'm like, he had the same injuries that DeGrom had.
DeGrom had Tommy John surgery. People forget about that.
Exactly.
So, like, bro, I think when Syndergaard comes back.
Yo, and we're missing Carlos Carrasco, too, on top of that. We don't even have him. We're missing Nimmo, Conforto, who else? Oh, JD Davis. I mean,
body and stuff today though.
Yeah. We played doubleheader. We actually about to start game 2. I know he's been pitching better. But can we never see Joey Lucchesi ever again? I mean that with everything I love. I never want to see him ever again. Ever.
I'm just waiting.
Listen, I'm just waiting for Syndergaard to come back.
Yeah, man, me too. When he had that elbow problem, it broke my heart, man, because I was expecting him back already. Because people forget DeGrom is what, 30? He's about to turn 33. Syndergaard's what, 30 or 29? Syndergaard could turn into DeGrom. You never know. Syndergaard is, people forget just how good that dude is. And that's the problem. People don't realize the talent that he got. And if you put him back to back with DeGrom, with Stroman and Taijuan Walker, forget about it, man. Forget it. We could win a World Series this year. We really could. If everyone stays healthy, we could win a World Series this year. And that bullpen is pretty good.
What did Lindor? Lindor had 2 homers today?
5 RBIs with 2 home runs. All the offense came through him. If he starts hitting, it's a wrap. It's over. But we're missing so many pieces in our lineup, and we just keep winning and winning and winning. And we're not just beating bad teams. We beat up on the Padres. We beat up on the Cubs. So we're not just like, beating up on scrubs. We're beating excellent teams. So we're right there. I mean, I'm not complaining about being. Every day I wake up, I'm actually decent about being a Met fan. I really am, because we got the new ownership, and we're gonna keep players. Free agency, we're always gonna be right there.
It's a new era.
Yup.
In New York, period.
Yeah, it is. It is.
With the Giants, the Knicks, the Nets.
The Jets, The Jets are coming up. I mean, I know they disgraced to New York City, and you say that the worst thing ever. You say, because I told my friend, I told Jose Otoya we will talk about Zach Wilson today, because he says we don't talk about the Jets enough. But I know you say that the worst creation in mankind is the New York Jets, and I agree with you. But to be fair, to be biased or whatever, like let's they're on a come up. They have a lot of draft picks. They have.
We talk about the Winnipeg Jets. Is that who we talking about?
Yeah, the Winnipeg Jets. They're on the come up. No, they got good draft picks. They got supposedly have a good young quarterback. They changed their jerseys up a little bit. They're not as bad as they used to be. I kind of like the black that they got going on. I kind of like the black and green jerseys. They're on a come up. I can't really hate on the Jets so much. They're coming up.
Well, I think Zach Wilson's going to be a good thing.
Yeah, but so is Sam Darnold too. So I don't know. I got to wait and see on that. But Daniel Jones, I'm still waiting to see on Daniel Jones. I mean, with New York football right now is unpredictable. The Giants can go to the playoffs. They might not go to the playoffs. But we have one hell of a coach, though. That I would go to my grave knowing that Joe Judge knows what he's doing.
We got a good team this year.
We got a good team. Our defense is stacked, man. Stacked.
Offense is stacked.
Defense. The offensive line might be a little bit of a problem. Other than that, we good.
We went out and bought all these wide receivers this year.
They bought wide receivers just to have in the staff.
Just to have them. We have Kyle Rudolph too. They brought in to be with Evan Ingram, because Evan Ingram's gonna drop the ball. You already know that. But at least we have him to come in.
They didn't end up keeping Calvin Benjamin.
Yeah, we have Calvin Benjamin too. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. And our defense is just we have so many cornerbacks and safeties and.
You know what should be done? I think they should pony up and get Le'Veon Bell too.
I wouldn't mind. I would not mind that at all.
Pair him up with Saquon.
Because he could catch.
You're not killing Saquon.
Nope, you don't kill him. Yeah, because we killed him the last couple of seasons. We just threw him into the fire, and he was, But the wild card with the Giants is Daniel Jones, and the wild card with the Jets is Zach Wilson. But the problem with Zach Wilson, he's a rookie. So, I mean, but Daniel Jones, if you cough on him and he fumbles the ball, it's a problem. But you just stand around him, he fumbles the ball.
Yeah, this year is the make or break year.
Yeah, but that's why we got the Bears first round pick. That was the Giants' insurance. They said Daniel Jones tanks this year. We're going to use that Bears pick for a quarterback. So that's what the Giants' mindset was. Let's get that extra first round pick in case Daniel Jones implodes. And we'll use that pick. We got somebody watching. I don't know who it is, though. But, because it was Jose, I'm going to keep I ran out of stuff to talk about the Jets with already. So I'm like, if it's Jose watching, that's the big Jet.
It don't last long.
It doesn't last long because there's not much to say. Because I know, you know what? I never met someone that hates the Jets more than my father and I until I realized your hatred for the Jets is even more.
It's just disgusting. The Jets are repugnant.
Yeah, it's a disgrace, man. But we have to be fair. This is a show. We can't just ignore them. But
no.
I just don't like. I just haven't paid attention to them because they haven't been. There's been no reason to pay attention to them.
Well, yeah, no, they're a comedy show. They're a walking comedy show. But fumbles.
I haven't even like. Because I mean, like, think about it. For like the past 20 years, for instance, it's like they play in a futile division.
Yeah, the Patriots just win every year. They don't even have a chance to go division.
Yeah, it's not like where there are. It's like being like a Cincinnati Bengals fan. Like, what's the point?
Yeah, nothing good is going to happen for your team.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're dealing with I mean, that's just my thing. It's like I feel like they tried, and like I really wanted them to be great, and like not as a fan. I'm not a fan by no means, but like they just, it's always just a running disappointment. It's just like, yo, man, like at least try. They had Jay Cutler, right?
Yeah, Jay Cutler. Yup, who is a disgrace.
But here's the thing. I've always liked Jay Cutler.
He got an arm. He could I always say he was a good quarterback, but he's a disgrace because he's just lazy.
Yeah, that's what
he had diabetes or whatever. I don't know if that played a part in it. But come on, man. You're in the NFC Championship game. You have a chance to go to the Super Bowl. You're riding a bike. And weren't they winning against them at that point?
Oh, he did something, though. He tore like a ligament, though, right?
That's what he says, but I don't know. But experts saying if he had torn something, you're not going to be on that bike. Because he was moving. He was doing tricks on the bike and stuff. I'm like, yo, bro, if you're doing that, then get back out on the field. He was popping wheels over there. He was like, yo. He was doing tricks over there. I'm like, yo, you can't get on the field, bro. He was doing a spin. He was like, I was like, yo, this dude's over here wilding out. You can't get on the field. Like, if I felt like he didn't want no part of that spotlight.
That's true. I don't really know why, but I don't think that's true.
But did he play for the Jets though? I'm trying to think now. Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, he did.
He did, right? Look that up real quick because that's an interesting point. Jose, if you're in the chat, did he play for the Jets? Let me see. I'll tell you right now. Okay, he played. No, he played for the Dolphins, Bears, and the Broncos. Though he played for the Jets too.
I thought he did too.
Dolphins, Bears, and Broncos. I guess he didn't want to go to the Jets either. He was like, fuck that. He was like, I'm not going for the Jets. But, and you know what the thing is, call me crazy. I'm telling you, their thing with the Jets is their jerseys and their colors, man. It doesn't match New York. Every other New York team has some form of blue. Even the Nets, when they have the Nets break out their old jerseys, the blue. Then they have the city. I like those Nets City Edition jerseys, by the way, where it says Nets in parentheses. I like that. Those are fire. They have blue in their jersey. The Jets just don't fit here. It's like change. They need a makeover. Remember the Patriots had that ugly colors and stuff, and they did a makeover and they won 5 Super Bowls since then, 6 Super Bowls since they did the makeover. Look at the Buccaneers. Buccaneers had that orangey teal, tangerine color. Then they revamped their jerseys and they win again.
It's tacky.
Yeah, like the Jets, I'm telling you, I know it's not on the field wise, but they need to change their jerseys and their color scheme. And you might see like a shift in their field play. I'm telling you, it sounds crazy, but their color scheme and their jerseys are a big detriment for them. They don't fit here. That's why no one talks about them. They just have nothing that fits New York City. Where in New York is it green on the flag? There's like nothing related to New York. It's the craziest thing. I'm telling you, it sounds weird and out there and whatever, but
I like it. I like it. I like the green in contrast to like, you know, the Giants, because they share the same space. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be very careful. You know, so maybe go all black.
Now I gave them credit with the black. The black with the green, the midnight green that they have with the black, that was fire. I actually like those jerseys. If I was a Jet fan, I would jump right on that jersey. I like those. Yeah, that would be fire. Put like a black helmet with the Jets in green, with the black and green, and make it. And then on their road jerseys, have like white and black and green or something, like trying to get black in there with the green. Like, you know, mix it up. I'm telling you, if they were to change their scheme, their color schemes and stuff, you will see a tick up in play on the fields. It plays a role.
I think that's what it makes the Brooklyn Nets stand out. It's like just the straight black, and then you get the hints of like the blues and, you know, things like that like connects with the black, just the black, just blank like palette or whatever. So
yeah. Because I can't lie, even as a Knicks fan, I actually do like the Nets colors and stuff because it matches with everything. You could match anything with the Nets stuff, and I'm telling you, I like those city jerseys that they had the other night where it says Nets like in different colors and stuff. I like that. That's my jersey.
Oh, the Basquiat stuff.
Yeah, I love that one. I love that jersey, man. That one.
I wanted the short. I wanted the shorts. I couldn't find the shorts. The shorts are like $300.
Oh damn!
No, they're reselling them for like $300, $400.
Jeez,
because they sold out like that.
Because that net jersey I just seen, the jersey I seen on Foot Locker right now, is because I was looking at stuff. They have that for 110. And
they keep. You know what? They keep the jerseys. They keep the jerseys in stock, but I wanted the shorts. The shorts were gone.
Yeah, if I was a Net fan, I would jump right on that jersey. I would. That's the Basquiat jersey you said. That was his design or whatever.
Well, it wasn't his design.
And it was like designed in his
you know,
because he's from Brooklyn.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Because then they had the Coogee ones too, right? The Coogee based jersey for Biggie.
For the Biggie.
Yeah. No, it's cool. I have to say, I give them a lot of their jerseys and stuff. Their style is cool. I give it to the Nets. The only thing I would change is their stadium. They need a little more like flair or something. Other than that, it's cool. I like their style. I like it. You know, because you could be wearing black to go to a funeral or whatever. I kind of like that black scheme.
You don't
like
you don't like the handle?
Not really. Like, I'm not feeling the eagle that's there or whatever. Like, I'm not feeling it.
The bank, right?
Yeah, you got like an eagle there. It looks like I'm going to a health building. I'm going to a hospital. Because it has like
that's the symbol for the bank. Barclays is a bank.
I don't want to go there. I don't want to go. I want to go watch a basketball game, bro. I don't want to go to a bank. Like, that's the whole point. Like, it's just, you know, but I like their style though. Just that, and I kind of like where their stadium is a little bit. Like, it's right there in the middle of Brooklyn, like downtown Brooklyn, busy.
I maybe I could agree a little bit to the outside aesthetic, but I feel like the inside is a little bit better than the Garden.
I agree 100%.
But the Garden just seems like just outdated a little bit.
It's dull. You know? It's outdated. It's dull. Inside the Barclays is beautiful, man. Beautiful.
And the way to get around is so easy.
Yeah, the Madison Square Garden is like a puzzle. It's like a maze in there. Like, you got to make it's kind of weird the way the Garden is laid out. I agree with you 100%. And Madison Square Garden, I know they've been doing the light. They got to fix that too. The Garden don't look great either. We're good, right?
I feel like this. The escalators.
Okay.
I feel like when you're in the Garden, you have to go up. Like, God forbid you have some bad tickets, bad seats.
Oh, forget it.
It's like you're on the escalators for like 30 minutes.
And everyone that has good seats is looking at you like, look at this.
Yeah, you're just riding up. Like, you're just like, are we there yet? Nope, we're not there yet.
No, you got another level there, brother. All right. Yeah, just going up. Now you're right, because I know the Garden, they've been doing the light shows and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, the Garden is not exactly a masterpiece either. But the inside though, Barclays, I got to give it to the Barclays.
But like that's what I like about the Garden. The outside is very like
it's old school New York.
It has this stature.
Yeah,
like it's prominent. You know what I mean? Like that's what I always felt about the Garden. It's like it's always been like, yo, this is where it goes now. So.
But
and I mean, like it's legendary because. You got Billy Joel that goes there.
Yeah,
they all like you have like some of the greatest shows of all time. So, I mean, the Garden will never be like what the Garden will never not be what it is. You know what I'm saying?
But then, how come these guys don't want to play here? It's like because I remember there was an audio of Dwayne Wade telling LeBron like if it wasn't here, it'd be the Garden. Or something like then go play for the Garden and then go play at the Garden. It's like you get a lot of lip service when it comes to Madison Square Garden and the greatness. Then how come these players don't want to play there?
I think things changed.
Where you have like
Miami is cool.
I guess the weather.
No, that's what I mean. Like the beaches, the clubs, you know what I'm saying? The aesthetic, like,
yeah.
I think maybe because you got to think LeBron and like I understand because LeBron and Bosh, bro, they played in cold weather.
Yeah, they
played
did.
The winters,
Toronto and Ohio. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's like maybe they were just like, you know what, it's warm down there. You already down there. Pat Riley.
Right.
We're gonna get this cooked up. You know what I mean? Let's do it. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the book. Did you hear about the book?
No.
About Durant?
No.
About Durant, and then they were saying that the father, Durant's dad.
Something with his dad or whatever, and that turned him off to the Knicks because his dad met with the Knicks and he didn't like it or something.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I understand where KD is coming from, where it's like I feel like I understand why the Nets got that team that they got. It's because Durant is low key.
Very
and Durant and Durant. I don't think, and I mean, like maybe he shouldn't have said the Knicks aren't cool. You know what I mean? Maybe he shouldn't have said that.
He's not lying. He's right. They're not the cool thing.
Well, at the time.
Right.
But it's like you guys are getting a resurgence now.
Yeah.
It's like, but I think what it is like, I think that's partly what it was. Is like he didn't want to go play at the Garden and like, feel like a god. Like he just wanted to play ball and just be him. And like that's what I started to notice about KD. Like people get mad at KD for like doing the things that he does, but like they're all like because he enjoys the game so much. It's not so much that he's like people are like, oh, he's chasing a ring. I don't think he's really chasing rings. I think he is, but he's not. He's like, yo, I just want to play the best basketball with the best players I can find and just play the best game that I can possibly play. And people are not realizing that, where they're just like, well, I don't like how he did this, or I don't like how he left after going down 3-1 to the Warriors and go play for the Warriors. And it's like, no, I think he realized Kevin Durant is smart enough to know, like, yo, playing with Steph Curry and Clay and Draymond.
Yep, when they pass the ball, they're the ultimate team.
It's fun basketball.
Yep.
And like when it comes, I was watching a podcast with him last night, and where he was talking about how like, yo, like it's the same. He was like with Brooklyn, I just wanted to go somewhere where I could build something like just me and my guys.
And kind of just be left alone.
In a way. And I think that's why you know, the Knicks kind of like they lucked out. They didn't lose out, they lucked out.
And I think Kyrie
I talk a lot of shit, but like they, you know what I mean? It's just you dealing with somebody that's introverted. It's like they don't care that Spike leaves in the seats. They don't care like the front row is like celebrity city. Like they don't give a shit. Like they just there to play ball and to go do, you know, make business deals because you know Kevin Durant is very successful outside with his brand and business acumen. You know what I'm saying? He'd rather do that and still live in the city. Like he said, he's like, I just wanted to live in New York. I wanted to live in the East Coast, but like I don't want to deal with like just being like on the garden and just like being like considered like this, like I'm the one that saved the day, right? You know what I mean? Right. Like, and you gotta respect that. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
and you know what? I had like a moment the other night. I was at work and I was just looking at New York in general. I'm looking out the window and I'm seeing, and I said, you know what? I don't want them to win because I'm a Knicks fan. But if Brooklyn was to win a championship, it's still New York. I mean, you're still bringing the championship home to New York. I mean, it's still, and Kyrie and KD, and they still play for a New York City team. I mean, it is what it is. It's East Coast, and I'm all about my city. So, I mean, you know.
Listen, if we win, you are more welcome to come down to Brooklyn and join the parade, man.
Nah, listen, man. You know me. I watch from afar or whatever, but
I'm not saying like you got to be a fan. I'm just saying like come see it.
Nah, I want to experience that with the Knicks.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? Like, let me have that with my team. I love Jared. I'm not gonna go watch the Dodgers parade. You know what I mean? But it's a different city. I get what you're saying, though. You know, I get what you're saying, but I don't go to the Yankees. But now I'm all about New York. See, I could do that for the Nets, but I'm not having the Yankees win no World Series. So that I'll never pull for that. No. But I'll do it for the Nets, though. You know why? Because they don't really have nothing going on with the Knicks. I mean, they play in the same conference and stuff. But other than that, there's no like real long-standing rivalry and nothing there. I never hated the Nets. Even when they were New Jersey Nets, I never hated the Nets or whatever. You know, never had an issue with them. So it's like I don't have nothing really against them other than you in competition with players in free agency.
I think it was a wild thing for like Stephen A to say the other day.
I was going to ask you about that. I was just going to bring that up.
Kevin Durant is the best player to ever play in New York.
How do you feel about that? I think it's too fast.
No.
Because Patrick, you got to get that to Patrick Ewing. You have to.
He's not a better player than KD, though.
How about Walt Clyde?
He's not better than KD, though. KD hasn't. That's the thing about it is, man.
Here, though, KD's been hurt most of the time since he's been here.
It's gonna happen.
Okay.
It's gonna happen. It might not happen this year. I'll be the first to kind of admit it.
Yeah, it's like, a little too soon.
We might not catch it this year, and that's fine. For Miami Heat, it didn't work out. I think if we would have been a full force, we didn't have these injuries, this series would have been done too.
Oh yeah, no, because Brooklyn's a lot better. The Nets, yeah. I mean, the Bucks are not that great. And Giannis, again, I hate to keep piling on him, but I'm not a huge Giannis fan at all, man. I don't like him. I don't think he's. Nah. Man, I don't know. I lost all respect for this dude, man. He looked weak in this series. I don't know, man. I don't know. That he got that stupid accent or whatever. I don't know. Listen, man. It's either get on that court and do what you got to do and take the damn shot. Because he's sitting there. Blake Griffin's like, you're like taunting him. Like, shoot the ball. He's drilling. He's moving around. Just shoot the ball, bro. It's like, come on, man. Have some balls. It's like, I don't know. I look at him like he just has no guts whatsoever. That he's a front runner. When things are going good, all of a sudden he's flexing and everything. But when things are going no good, all of a sudden he's disappearing. Come on, man. I don't like him. I lost a lot of respect for Giannis. I really have. I don't know how the hell he won 2 MVPs. That's out of I can't believe he even pulled that shit off because he just doesn't have like the makeup, the mental makeup. He could prove me wrong though. I can end up being wrong at the end of the day or whatever. He might go win a championship this year, but
no, because I think. Listen, man. I think This is the first time I actually sat down and watched like Milwaukee Bucks play basketball. Like
yeah, I think
like
both of us.
and like and be like engaged and like, oh, so this is the Bucks. Okay.
Right.
And it's still like, to me, it's like, I mean, they're good, but it's like, if you ask me, the Sixers are better.
I think so too. And
I might even
missing a piece. Aren't they missing that shooter dude that they're missing? I forget his name. He has like an Italian name. I know, or whatever.
Oh yeah.
He's like a shooter, right?
Yeah.
I think they're missing him.
Yeah, he's hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, he's hurt, right? But I think the Sixers are better.
I think the Heat might be a little bit better.
I think so too. I don't know what happened to the Heat this year. They had just had that hangover from the finals last year.
I don't think.
Whatever.
Well, the Victor Oladipo thing was.
Oh yeah, what a disaster that was. You know what, Oladipo, you can stay far away from Madison Square Garden. I don't want to see you anywhere in our sight. Stay the hell away. Don't want you. Him, KP.
He's done.
Yeah.
No, the Knicks just, like I said before, the Knicks just need to stay youthful. Just stay young.
Yeah, don't throw everything away.
Let these kids grow.
Yeah. Frank gotta go. Like, goodbye, Frankie. You got to go.
No, this is what you do. Listen, if they can get that deal with the Pelicans, send him. I don't want to see him go, but send Kevin Knox isn't going to play here. He's not going
to send him there. I think he could play Kevin Knox. That's the thing. I think we're wasting him.
No, yeah, he'll go to New Orleans and he'll be good.
Yep, he's gonna be like Brandon Ingram.
Yeah,
like Brandon Ingram. He was like a no-show with the Lakers, and now he's a real good player. I wouldn't mind Brandon Ingram coming over. Shit,
I'll take.
Right? We need a couple more pieces, man. We're like you said, we're one game changer away. We need someone that could shift the game the other way to our side. Like, we're one game changer away. I completely agree with you. This has been a crazy show because you and I have actually been on the same page this whole thing. You know what it is? Sometimes because I want everyone to know, because like Jared was asking how we're doing stuff. The thing is I feel like with us, sometimes it's my fault. Like, I get too caught up in my feelings with my teams, and sometimes I don't sit back and say, you know what? Then I got to give credit. The Nets are a good team. They're New York still. I'm not going to do that with the Yankees, though. I can't. But with the Nets, I could do it. I say, you know what? They still bring the championship home to New York City. You know what? I mean, I
don't think it's your fault. I think it's just we're so close.
We're so close, like, right.
You know what I mean? So it's like we going to get in arguments. And I don't even think they're arguments. We just get heated discussions.
We get heated discussions.
Because I don't walk away like,
no,
man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I hate him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never walk away from that. I like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, we're family, man. It's different.
No, yeah. So I mean, like, we're family. Cool. Like,
bro. Like, I was telling Jared when he asked me about that, I said, well, believe it or not, I just had dinner with him and his wife. And he's like, I no, he was just like, is you and Ron all right? I said, yeah. I said, but believe it or not, I just had dinner with him. I said, I actually just had dinner with him yesterday. So it's like we do stuff that people don't know. We're a lot closer than people think. We're family. Really? This is a friendship that's gone.
Oh, because we were arguing about the music then?
Yeah, I think it wasn't the music. I think it was the whole Brooklyn Nets. We had already had that argument weeks ago though. Yeah.
The last episodes we was arguing about the music thing because I was like about Bad Bunny and shit. Like,
oh yeah, well Frank, my man Frank had to come and tell you what it was and stuff. But
tell Frank get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear that shit. Yo, man, the Bad Bunny's out here selling out the Garden right now. Like, I don't want to hear nothing.
That carried over to the locker room. We were going on about you in the locker room because it was kind of blasphemous what you were saying. But now
it's not blasphemous.
It's blasphemous. Like, he's not.
No, I'm not. Listen, I'm not taking away from like Willie Colon and Hector Lavoe. They're legends. They're godlike. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're on that level. All I was saying was like with these kids are so receptive to Bad Bunny. I don't understand it. It just, I see the connection and I see where these people are like being over. Like, I had a discussion on Man about that after we had the show where I was like, yo, is it me? Like, yo, but like I started listening to Bad Bunny, and I'm like, is it me? But like, am I crazy for liking this? And my man was like, yo, bro, Bad Bunny is the man. Like, and I'm like, is he really the man though? Like, after let's say, like, is he? And like, he's, you know what I'm saying? His family's Puerto Rican, and so he's like, yo, bro, he's like, yo, Bad Bunny's that dude right now. It doesn't matter what you do. He's that man. He's that guy right now. So I'm like, all right.
Like,
so I'm not
really
crazy.
Got the juice.
Yeah.
Oh,
so I'm
man.
like, yo, I'm not crazy then. I'm not.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. You know what it is? I just want everyone to be like me, where, like you said, where I'm fighting a battle that I don't have to be fighting. Like, matter of fact, I'm gonna break it out. I'm gonna shock everyone. I'm breaking out some relics. I'm gonna break out the Humpty Hump t-shirt. Watch, you're gonna watch. I'm all about paying homage to the past. I got the Humpty Hump shirt. Yo, I'm breaking out some relics, but I got my Biggie shirt and everything. So I'm back then. I feel like we're from that era. It's just like every song, Percocet.
I actually had a rebuttal, and I probably should have said it at the time, and I didn't say it at the time.
Okay.
When you said was like you have no respect for the legends, and I didn't respond to it correctly because I didn't really think about it until after like I rewatched the show or whatever, and I was like, yo, the reason why I don't respect them is because they have no respect for us whatsoever. For people that are coming up underneath them, they have no regard for them.
That's what they said.
And that's why, like, I have certain issues with, and it's not like personal issues that I have. It's just like I just see how they treat people that are coming up, and it's like, well, in my day, and it's like nobody cares about your day, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a new day. The New York is the way New York moves and operates is a whole new way than it did in the 80s.
Oh, completely different.
So you can't expect these kids to be like that, be like them. And it's just like, it's just the way it is, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, but it does, because you have, like I said, you have like Griselda, you have Rock Marciano, you have a lot of these dudes that like get a lot of love.
Man. I love them up there, man. That whole Buffalo crew up there, that's bringing that fine.
But Rock Marciano's from Hempstead.
Yeah. Well, you put me on a Rock Marciano years and years ago. We're going back years.
And here was the thing, like when I was talking about like down south dudes, like when Quavo from Migos, when he came up here to get Bobby Shmurda, he had Rock Marciano like merchant. He had his t-shirt and like rocking his t-shirt. Like, you don't see that stuff up here, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so they're showing us a lot of love down there. We just got to keep bringing it. We got to just keep bringing that New York sound. We just got to keep making it.
But what is the New York sound, though? That's the thing. It's like the New York sound is like panda. It's like
no. It's because the kids are caught. This is the thing. We got to steer these kids back into like, you know what I'm saying? Because like that stuff that they do, like the drill, they call it drill and trap and all this, but really it's not any different with the UGK and MJG. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, 8 Ball and MJG, like it's in like 3 6 Mafia.
Got like that E4.
Yeah, well, like
Spice.
Yeah, they just remade the sound, and everybody's like, oh yeah, this is it. And it's like, yo, like we still have like our core sound. It's just like people just think it doesn't sound cool, but I think it does sound cool.
It sounds like I like Mac Dre when he had that wavy thing. I forget what they call it. The Bay Area, they have the wavy or whatever. I was feeling that Mac Dre style. I kind of liked it. Hyphy. There you go. The hyphy. There you go. I was kind of liking that hyphy. Because I was listening to the other day, I thought I was crazy because I was like, wait, I think I'm taking this too personal because did that I Got 5 on it remix. So you had Humpty Hump. Yeah, so you had all the Bay legends, but even though Humpty's from New York, you got all the legends from the Bay Area on that song. But in the song, in the video, they're kind of doing like, they're dancing like Kid and Play. They're holding each other, they're giving each other the kick, and they're doing like the Puff Daddy dance. I was like, wait. I was like, they're taking shots at New York and no one realizes it. I'm gonna send you the video and you tell me if I'm crazy, because I think you was the same thing I was seeing. Because they were doing the kid and play dance where they're holding each other's hands and they're going around. And then one guy's dressed like Puff Daddy. He got the hat to the side and he's doing it like that. And I said, so I'm sitting there, I said, no, I think they're kind of making fun of New York. I think it was a shot at New York for something. That's how I took it. I was like, they're taking like, because they don't dance like that. Because the hyphy dancing is way different. I know the hyphy stuff. So I was like, wait, why are they doing a kid and play? I was like, they're kind of mocking the way they were dressed and everything. You'll see. It was how Puff Daddy and them used to dress with the windbreakers and all. I was like, that's not Oakland. I was like, they're obviously dissing New York, but subliminally. But I caught it right away. I was like, that's a diss towards New York. But if you have a song about your city, why you worry about us? What we doing?
What, man?
Hi, Lisa.
Hello.
Hello. Love you, Lisa.
He says he loves you.
She's like, fuck off, Phil. She's like, fuck off, Phil.
I'm all being regular on the podcast. Like, I should be totally ignoring her. Like, you're not in the picture. Like.
Yeah, you dug being here trying to tell me that. I was like, listen, I'm on the show, baby. I got stuff to
do. Yeah. I'm a business. Man.
I got to take care of business right now. But yeah, like I was like, like if you're making a thing about your city, why you worry about what we doing? Like,
no, that's what I think. I think we just need to like have like a renaissance where we kind of go back to like just enjoying the stuff that we do, the stuff that we do, you know what I mean, and just like this is at the core fundamentals. This is who we are, at the very core. So it's like
you have to, but
I think that's a lot of the problem. Is like like you hear stories of how like Nas did like Ali Vegas. Ali Vegas is not that good of a rapper, but at one point in time he was. But like, and this is why like New York is having issues that it's having, because you had a lot of people like Jay, you had people like
Nas, Puff Daddy, you know what I'm saying, and they were willing to shut people out and stop them from being as great as they could possibly be, because they were scared of them taking their fans or their money, or you know what I'm saying, or whatever. They wanted to be like in charge, and it's like we have to stop like being overtly aggressive in New York, as everybody wants to be the king.
Yeah. I think
let the people anoint who the king is. It's like, for instance, the last show you guys had, I wanted to correct you, and not you per se, but like Jared or whatever. What the whole thing with the crown thing, the Source did that. That wasn't Biggie.
Biggie didn't. Yeah, I said hip hop put that. I didn't have.
Yeah, the magazine they crowned him.
Okay.
And everybody rocked with it. It was like, yeah, he is
to say he's the king. It wasn't even his style to do that.
No, not at all. So the
magazines and all the journalists, they're the ones who were like, yo, he's the man. Yo, Big is the man. He's the man. And he was just like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the king of NY, so let's do it. Frank White, you know what I mean? Let's go. So it's like, so like he ran with it. So I mean, like, but like that's the thing. You have to let the people crown who is the greatest. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody just work hard at being like the best you could possibly be, and then everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get your just due, and be happy with your just due. Don't sit there and. That's the problem. We have all these people that, you know what I mean, and undercutting on each other. And it goes back to basketball.
It does.
Like, Durant just works hard at what he does, and that's why he's so successful.
If other players worked as hard as he worked and focused on that, those teams, you know what I mean, the game would be in a better place.
And that's one thing I got to give Julius Randle, man. He did a 360, complete 360, reworked his game. He got a 3-point shot.
Working very hard.
And that's why I wouldn't want to just trade him away, because, he put that work in, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's
team dude.
With the Zion thing, is going to be very sketchy, because you already know the reason why Zion's going to come on top of just wanting to play at the Garden is Barrett. So you can't, Barrett's off the table.
Barrett's off the table, yeah. I wouldn't want to trade Barrett, but if they were like, you got Zion or Barrett got to go. But yeah, Zion's going to want to come play with Barrett. I think they're best friends and roommates and all that. So, yeah. That is untouchable.
You can't give up Mitch Robinson. I'm sorry. You can't.
Oh, because we missed him. You can see how much we missed him.
I can see them putting him in a package, but
me too. Elfrid
I don't want to see
adios. Elfrid Payton.
Oh, let him go. Get him out of here.
Yeah, he gotta go. I like
Derrick Rose.
Who?
Even Derrick Rose, you can kind of be like, all right,
he got the MVP vote, man. Someone actually voted him an MVP. That was crazy. That was crazy. Derrick Rose got an MVP vote. You know who I like a lot though? I love Alec Burks.
Mike Wilbon probably gave him the
MVP. Maybe. But Alex Burks is probably one of my favorite players too. I love him. He was good. Alex Burks was good, man.
I first want to say
underrated. Highly underrated.
Highly underrated. Everyone else could kind of stay, but that dude got to go. Frank Ntilikina got to bounce. And
you like Kevin Knox.
I
like Kevin Knox. I kind of want him I want them to keep everybody. I'm being selfish. I want them to keep everybody.
Here's the thing, and it's like kind of like it's a good thing for Kevin Knox.
It's not like a bad thing where like, you know what I'm saying? Like get him out of here like Frank. Frank is overstayed. Brother, you overstayed your welcome. You cannot be here any longer.
I've hated Frank from the beginning. We were like, yo, this dude gotta go. Because I remember even when we were before they banned you from the Knicks board, remember? You were on there going off on Frank, like, yo, bro, this guy stinks. What are you guys watching? Are you guys watching the same thing we're watching? This guy stinks. This guy is awful.
I don't even know why he was brought into the
and then they gave you the axe. They brought the axe down on you.
It goes right back to the beginning of the episode, Donovan Mitchell.
Yep. No, that's incredible, man. But there was someone else. I before the show ends, there was someone else the Knicks passed on. Oh, no. Who?
De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox. Yeah, him. But there was someone else. I was like, I can't wait to tell Ron how the Knicks passed up on this dude for Frank. Or did they pass up on him for Kevin Knox? Someone is going off right now in the playoffs that the Knicks passed up on. I say, oh my God, like, what are you thinking? But Frank Ntilikina, bro, like, it's just incredible. I'm gonna look up the drafts and I'm gonna show. I'll remember. But Frank got to go. I don't know what the hell that was all about. With remember we originally passed up on Dennis Smith Jr. too. Originally, and even LeBron was like, "Yo, what are they doing over there?" LeBron was like,
"Yeah, but you see what happened to Dennis Smith Jr."
He faded.
We got him back at like the worst time possible.
Typical Knicks.
Yeah,
typical Knicks time management. Yeah, we got him at the downside.
I feel like it's weird because it's like, yo, man, like you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. Like, I think that was ego. Where I go back to with the shit about Kevin Durant, but like, it's like you have Luka. You guys get Mavericks get Luka. You have him playing alongside Dennis Smith Jr. Like Dennis Smith Jr. That made your life easy. Like, why are you so upset? Because you're not the man anymore.
I don't know but he's an interesting case because he's still 22 years old, 23 years old. What the hell happened? Like, what went wrong with that?
He's in development league right now, right?
Yeah, like what happened? What took place?
Like, I think he thought he was the man. Like everybody was stroking his ego, and then when they got Luka, Luka's a freaking.
Yeah.
Baby Larry Bird.
Yeah, no, that dude is. He doesn't.
Like, I don't understand why he couldn't just like suck it up and be
like, listen, I got Luka, I got Porzingis. Let's make this work.
Let's make it work. Nope. I don't know, and he's still crazy young. I don't know what the hell went down with him because he couldn't hit a shot.
That's all it is, ego.
Remember, LeBron was even praising him like, "Oh, this kid's the real deal," blah, 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 and then he just disappeared.
So what happens is it's your confidence. When your confidence gets fucked with a little bit, like
You know what I mean? Like you start going downhill, and then you get spiral way out of control. And like once you spiral out of control and bottom out, that's when the league is like,
you.
Yeah, like he just like,
you know, so
it's just so curious what the hell happened to him. But apparently he never played defense or whatever. But I mean, this dude
I didn't
was.
watch him in Dallas, so I didn't know what he was capable of.
I just heard about the crying from the Knicks fans, like, oh, you know, we could have had Dennis Smith Jr., we got Frank, and then LeBron put salt in the wound, talk about, oh, I don't know what the Knicks were thinking, and they should have drafted Dennis Smith Jr. Then we get him, and he is awful. He made Frank look like a good player. I'm like, what happened? But you know what it is? Like, LeBron has that kiss of death, though. Because if LeBron, like, who did he hamp up? That Nasir, he had like the Shabazz or whatever, coming from UConn. Remember, he's like, that's the next dude, and the Heat drafted him, and then he wound up being a horrible player. Yeah, something Shabazz, and I know LeBron begged the Heat to draft him, and they drafted him, and he left, and Shabazz ended up being Shabazz Napier, I believe is his name.
So good.
It's awful.
I don't know where he's going. He's good.
Shabazz Napier?
Like, he was a good backup, like point guard. He's good.
Let me look.
I don't know where he's at now. He might be overseas.
Let me see. Because I know he came from UConn, I believe. Yeah, he did. And I remember he had that good tournament run. And then he disappeared after LeBron crowned him. He played his last year was 2019 with the Wizards. I mean, he did average 11.6 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, he was all right. He wasn't god awful. No, he was all right. But I guess he's not even in the NBA right now. So yeah, he was all right.
I'm trying to figure out where he's at.
Yeah, because I know LeBron was going crazy for him, and he didn't wind up to be so good. And LeBron gives you that kiss of death. Oh, that was my man Christian who's watching the show. He said he's the only one in Mexico that watches it. Yeah, we're not international yet, my brother.
No, we are not, because he's watching.
Now we're international. Yeah, you're right. You see, you're always looking at the brighter side of stuff. That's what I love about it.
Listen, please promote the show.
Yeah, we got we got someone from Mexico. My man Christian from Mexico City watching the show. It's my man right there. I remember watching him grow up in Astoria. Then he moved to Mexico City.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Yep.
I would love to go to Mexico City.
Oh man, I watched the Giants win the Super Bowl there the first time against the undefeated Patriots. I watched it in Mexico City. It was a beautiful thing. I'll never forget it.
I used to survive shit like that.
It's beautiful, man. Yo, Mexico City's the shit. I love it.
Like, is it like good though?
Mexico City? Yeah. It's like being in a bad neighborhood in Long Island. Like, if that makes sense. Like Valley Stream or something. Like, it's ghetto, but it's not so ghetto. Like, you know, it's not like in George Washington Carver House or something like that. Like yeah, it's ghetto, but it's.
Listen, Ronkonkoma is ghetto. I know your sister moved out there, and she.
Ronkonkoma is ghetto. When I was out there was none but white people over there.
And people be dying and shit over there.
For real? I know you're anti-Ronkonkoma. That I know. I know you don't like it out there. That's not your flow.
Nah, I see certain people's gonna be proud.
That's not your cup of tea. By the way, you got to drink this tea that Jared got me into. It cleans you out like you wouldn't believe. But if you drink the tea
before we go,
prior to the show, if you had drank that tea prior to the show, you would not be sitting there, my friend. You would not be sitting there right now. I'll be doing the show solo because you will be on the toilet bowl the whole day, nonstop. Dieters green tea from China, you will be on the bowl the entire time.
Hold it still. Hold it up. Hold it up. Hold it up. Hold it closer. You got the girl just in the toilet bowl position.
Like, yeah. You see, she's squatting to take a shit right there. Look.
Shitting in ecstasy. Like that's
yes. Weird. Look at that shit. That shit is crazy.
Yo, that's so funny.
Yo, if you could make that the thumbnail, that'd be fantastic.
Oh no, no. But you know what? I remember the other night I got up and I was mad at Jared. And I messaged him and I said, "Yo, bro," I said, but it wakes you up from your sleep. That's the craziest thing is the pain from the cleanse.
What do you mean a pain? What type of pain?
It's pain, labor pain type shit. It is.
That's what's the kind of pain,
bro. And look, not to be TMI too much information, but Jared ate a watermelon 2 months ago. Apparently, he accidentally ate the seed. The other night, it came out when he drank the tea. The seed was floating in the bowl. No lie. It cleaned him out to that extent. A month-old watermelon seed came out in his.
How long? I can't even be entertaining this shit. But anyways, how long were you incapacitated with this shrimp?
No, because you're supposed to take no more than 3 bags a day. So even when you just drink one, like 2.5 hours later, you start getting that rumble, like, and you're like, uh-oh. And then the pain starts. So what I did was I came home from work and because Jared was like, no, take 2 at a time. So I started taking 2 and it was crazy. So I came home from work, but Jared did warn me. He said, you got to go to work. Don't take it because you're not going to be able to work. So I believe him. So I never took it going to work. I came home from work the other night. I took 3 in one shot. Bro, 2 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. I was fighting for the kids getting ready for school. I was fighting for I mean, it was just a total disaster because it wakes you up. The pain from the cramps, from your insides being cleansed. The pain is like you're in labor, is excruciating. It's paralyzing. Put it that way. The pain paralyzes you. And I'll put it like this. The other day, I had to kick my stepson out the bathroom because I was 1.2 seconds away from just pulling my pants down and shit in the room. No lie. Because the pain was excruciating. And I just made it to the toilet bowl. But this cleans you out. I'm telling you right now. For everyone that wants to lose some weight, drink that. So I was cursing Jared out the other day on the toilet bowl. I messaged him from the toilet bowl. I was like, yo, bro, I'm on the toilet bowl talking to you. I was like, you got me on fire right now. I'm in pain. It's crazy. But if you want to...
How you feel now?
I haven't taken it in a couple days. I don't take it every night now. I can't because it disables me. I can't move.
Come on, man. You shouldn't be taking... You take it once. You don't need to be cleansing yourself every day.
Nah, it's about a cleanse, man. Listen, I clean every day.
No, bro. You can.
No, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. I know. It's dangerous, man. I know it's dangerous.
Yeah, take care of yourself.
Bro. I recommend you try it. I'll give you a couple of bags when I see you. I'll give you a couple of tea bags, and you can experience it. We'll be on a ride together. How about that? We're going this journey together. We're going a toilet bowl journey together. And it's something you'll never forget. I'll put it like that. It's something, I'm telling you, people don't understand that the pain that you get from that tea. It is
the pain, though, right?
It's just
you're trying to sell me on pain. Like, yo, it's a plan.
But you know what, though? Everyone needs a little pain sometime.
If I'm going to do all that, man, we're going to colonoscopy.
No, with this, you don't need one. But I will give you another key piece of advice here. You can't use toilet paper. You need baby wipes because you're going to be on the bowl so much, toilet paper is going to eat right through you. You're going to need baby wipes because...
Listen,
You're gonna be making frequent trips.
Lately, I've been wanting to switch to the wipes, like the
yeah, you have to. A doctor was saying the other day on TV, he said that he can't understand how in 2021 we still use toilet paper. He was like, it's amazing that we still use it. He was like, just go baby wipe. Just go baby wipe. That's the best way to go. Saves you a lot of irritation and stuff. See, that's the thing with Another Shade of Blue. We give you everything. We give you sports, politics. We give you health advice. This is just stuff that we do on this show, and that's what makes us different from everybody else. But
if you gotta
get rid of the TP.
Whenever you are ready to take this journey with me, let me know. And because look, I got 3 boxes.
Give me a box, man. I'll come up with a box.
I got 3 boxes. 2 of them I haven't even opened yet. Still in the plastic. Then I got this one.
You get it at?
Amazon. $10. It's $10 on $9.99 for 30 bags each box. So I got 90 bags in there. So it's crazy. It's something that it's a journey. It's something that you'll never experience again.
How do you feel now?
No, you know what? Even now, like when I eat a lot of stuff and whatever, it doesn't go to my stomach no more. Because I was the type, if I had a bottle of soda, my stomach would bloat. I got bloaty really fast. And it looked like I gained a bunch of weight. But then when I wake up the next day, my stomach's flat again. Now on that tea, it doesn't accumulate there no more. It just doesn't, I don't bloat. It's like and I feel more energetic. I feel like, I don't know, I just feel better. I feel better. I feel like all that germs, whatever, the toxins and whatever, it cleans me out. I feel like I'm toxin free. And then it lingers for like a couple more days. So say if I have like a Pepsi, I'm right to the bowl. And the texture is different. I'm telling you, Jared will tell you he had seeds in his shit. So it's something, I'm telling you, this goes, it cleans you for months and months back. It does his job. Read it up on Amazon. You look at the reviews. A lot of people.
I'll just come and get a box.
I'll give you a box. Yeah, I'll give you a box. You want Lisa to try it.
She's not gonna try it.
She won't try it.
She's already got issues with that.
Now, well, this will help assist the issues. This will elevate the issues.
Whatever she has, like, it goes right through it. Whenever she eats, like.
Oh my God. But this will go through you.
Self cleanses.
Yeah, but this, my friend, is something I want you to experience. And you're gonna call me. You're gonna say you're gonna text me or call me like, yo, I'm on the bowl talking to you. You was right. This shit is no joke. I'm telling you. But if you plan on watching a game or something, don't do it. Cause I was putting myself the other night when I was in so much pain, I couldn't hold it. I put myself in a predicament. I said, what if I was in an Uber or in a car and I was stuck in traffic? That would have got nasty, man, because it was intolerable. You could not hold it. So it's like, it would have got nasty at some point.
Yo, that's on another level.
I'm telling you. So you're gonna experience this with me.
You just taking the diuretic advice from Jared.
Jared's my dietitian. Yeah, he is. He's my dietitian. Jared, matter of fact, I'm gonna send it to you. He just sent me a picture. He's in Vegas, but the New York part. So you see the Empire State Building, Statue of Liberty. Yeah, he's there. I said, just come to the real shit. Just don't be scared, man. Just come out here.
Well, man.
We got love for Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. Like, come on. We love you. Like, we got love for Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
You don't want to come out here?
He does. Actually, you know what? I was having a rough day the other day, and he said that if he had the money, he would come see me. And I appreciated that part of it. He would. Him and James. But James wants to come out here because he wants to go to the Chelsea, the hotel, and ghost hunt. He wants to go ghost hunting in the Chelsea. So That's why he wants to come out here. How you feel about that? There's ghosts and stuff right now, so.
Listen, man. His best bet is probably to go to like Ground Zero. I hear a lot of stories about that.
Ground Zoo?
Ground Zero.
Oh, Ground Zero. Yeah, well, yeah, I believe in that. That I believe.
You hear me, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I believe in the Ground Zero. So I know we came a little off the rails, but for the most part, we stayed in the sports realm. But the Jared's dietitian advice is good. It's good. I'm telling you, man.
No, we had a good show. It was a great show today. We did a good job.
Yeah, it was a great show, man. It was.
Sports. I mean, because of this, everything's so action packed right now.
Especially, you know what? New York is sort of the sports universe.
Right. And then you don't think about it. Once the playoffs are done, literally when the playoffs are done, we're going straight into football season.
Yep. Big Blue.
So we don't have that boring month that, like, you know what I'm saying, where baseball even kind of dragging its feet for a little bit.
Yeah, the dog days of August. Yep.
Or goes into playoff contention, you know, so good year.
We'll be dealing with the Giants and the Mets, hopefully, in a playoff run at the same time. So, yeah, it's going to be action-packed, like you said. Right now, New York is doing this thing. And the Islanders, we haven't even spoken about the Islanders. Look at the Islanders. They might go to the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
They might go to the Stanley Cup, you know? And they played right there in the stadium behind you. They played at the Barclays for what, 3-4 years or whatever they played there?
Back in Nassau?
Yeah. You know what it was? Those Islander fans are not going to Brooklyn to watch a game. They weren't.
No.
You knew that already, though. That was a disaster from the start. You wasn't having, you know.
Yeah, all the Trumpers are coming out here.
Yeah, the Trumpers were not going out because the Islanders are mostly Trumpers. Yeah, so the Trumpers were not going out into Brooklyn to watch an Islanders game. That just wasn't happening. And they did the same thing. They had the black jerseys and all that. Remember? Then he said, you know what? This isn't who we are. Let's go back to Long Island and wear our blue and orange again and stuff like that. Let's just go back to what we do. And but yeah, we haven't spoke about them. That right now, New York is the centerpiece as far as we just have a bunch of stuff going on. Sports are action packed because LA was sort of title town a couple years ago. They stayed with the Dodgers, the Kings, the Lakers, the Warriors of California, but you know, the Warriors were winning. So California was sort of like the epic center, but right now, New York is we're right there now. All of our teams are kind of relevant, except for, you know.
Before we get off.
Dan Green. Yeah.
What players are trying to be, who's on the market for the trade deadline for baseball?
You know what? Max Scherzer. Max Scherzer is one of them. I don't know about him. I mean, I wouldn't mind him pitching for the Mets, but he's always like an injury away from something. They would say someone. A couple of guys from the Twins. Yeah, we need it. Yeah, and maybe another bullpen piece. I wouldn't mind one more arm in the bullpen because Trevor May right now is scaring me for some reason. Yeah, I'm like scared of him. He makes everything into like an event, but I don't think we really need much though. If now you get a chance to get like you know who I want? Chris Bryant from the Cubs. If we could add him to third base and add him to that lineup that we have with his defense and stuff, I think we win the World Series. I really do.
I don't think we need a traditional left fielder though.
Yeah, that Don Smith thing.
I don't like him.
You don't like Don Smith?
I like Don Smith. I like him
more on first base.
Yeah, but I mean, I know we got Pete Alonso, so.
Well, why not?
This is why I wish we still had the DH thing going on.
Yeah, well, supposedly next year they're gonna have it again. That is coming up for vote, and they feel like the voting is gonna go the DH way. But why not move? Why not move Alonso to third? You ever think about that and put Dom Smith at first base? Right?
Smith at third, though.
I'll put him at third, yeah, and keep Alonso at first, right? Why not just do that? I've been thinking about that for a while now. I'm like, why not just put one of them at third and one of them at first?
I was making them do wonky shit. I'm so tired of it.
You know the Mets. Mets always gotta make it everything into a science project and then watch everything implode. And then start all over again the next year. But if we could get Chris Bryant, though, man, forget it. But we should have went after him in the first place. We felt like we had J.D. Davis, that we were good, but nah. If we would have had Chris Bryant right now, we'd be World Series. I think we could win the World Series with him. And get me one more pitcher. But we got Syndergaard coming back, Carrasco, and I think we're set. We're good. I don't think we really need anything.
Yeah.
I think there's a chance we could be watching the Mets win the World Series this year. I really believe that. If everyone stays healthy.
Then we get hot at the right time.
Yeah, because if Lindor is hot right now, you see he took over the game today. They're playing right now, actually, the Mets. They had a doubleheader today. Let me see. Tell you what the score is. Yeah, Jared's right now. He's enjoying. I mean, it's for Tupac though. He's doing it for Pop. So
he's right now on top of the point. He's just too old.
He's doing it for Pop. He's doing it for Pop. Who died 28 years ago? You see?
2-0.
2-0?
Washington's winning.
Yeah. Yeah, I see it now. How did that happen? Who's pitching for the Mets? Oh, Gazelman, that's why. Schwarber homered and Trey Turner homered. But yeah, it's been a great show. Excellent show today.
Excellent show, man.
Yep, it's a wrap. Good luck tonight. I'll text you throughout the game. If you lose, I won't bother you about it. You know that.
No, I don't.
I'm always pulling for you. I'm pulling for you though. Just as being my brother, I'm pulling for you, man. So, good luck on the game, and I'll be in contact with you tonight.
All right, man. Love you, man.
I love you, man. I love you. Good luck.
And be safe, everybody that watch you.
Yeah, be safe, everybody. Appreciate you guys.